What's up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again with yet another set review. Today we are doing ReZero Frozen Bonds Extra Booster. I am joined today by Andy, Brian, and Tyler, all of which you've met before.
Howdy.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
And our special guest, who you've also met before, Ollie.
Hey, what's going on?
The I Love Hentai himself.
Back again.
All right, so before we get into the actual cards, I just want to talk about, because obviously the set is out in Japanese, cards that are popping up in decks that are running them. Just some cards to keep in mind as we look at some of the cards, because obviously it's an extra booster, there's not a lot. And most of them are green, which if you know about ReZero, there's no green in ReZero yet, at least in English. It's the first time green enters the set at all. So that like weirdly locks them and weirdly doesn't. It's like interesting set design. So a couple of them are the Return by Death event, goes to memory. It's Operation Tornado. And also gives 2,000 power for that turn. That card's already been errata in English, so no cool things with that. Finally.
I didn't even know that card had an errata.
Yeah, the 2,000 power used to be permanent.
Oh, that's pretty OP.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Yeah, where this card might see play.
yeah.
Like a 50 cents uncommon or something before.
Yeah, it the big part about this is that it is deck speed and memory in one card. As we'll get into it, ReZero will finally get memory, and it's not even in memory now. Other card, the Sakura package. You run this vanilla Amelia, and then this other level 1 Amelia, you play it, you put that card into stock on play for free from your grave. The deck's pretty hungry for stock as the builds go.
Yeah, I love the profile.
Yeah, so a lot of decks are playing that. The Rem early play, some builds opt to run that because splashing blue in is pretty easy because you want to play the Amelia combo from set 1 a lot of the time, just because deck speed, again, important. Just like in the old blue-yellow builds, it's just a big Maguro, just a good combo. I think this card's absurd in English right now, right? It's like 50, 60 bucks a card. Something absurd.
Yeah.
The Rem?
The Amelia. The Amelia's
yeah, it's
really
like 40
expensive.
like 40 bucks, I think.
Yeah.
The normal one?
The normal one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Because like I put this on here because book bar is pretty popular in Japan, so I wanted to just sort of note cards that are showing up in Japanese builds, and of course the anti-change counters. Over here in America, in NA, glorious English-speaking land, our Yukata Amelias are dirt cheap because you don't have to get them out of a fucking. What is it?
Towel. It's like a towel PR.
Yeah, you have to win a crane game that has a towel in it, and attached to the towel was this card, the Yukata version. Yeah,
this card's like $2 in English.
Yeah,
it's like
I'll move the thing
in Japan.
Yeah, this card's like $80 in Japan.
It was there's this one other card I don't see on here that might be worth talking about. I probably should have mentioned it before we started. The Puck Ricky from set 2.
Ah, yes, the Puck Ricky. Yeah, because it gets an Amelia, so it bonds to your whole deck. That is true. Set 2 Puck Amelia. Or, set 2 Puck Ricky. I wonder if, like, I brought over a bunch of copies of this card to Japan, if people would buy it, stores would buy it at a high rate. That'd be pretty funny.
Amelia?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That would be really funny, actually.
They're too smart for that, probably. Alright. Yeah, we can get into the actual cards. I just wanted to note these before we got started. I missed the Puck Ricky. That's good, Ollie. That's why we pay you. That's why we're paying you. All right. Getting into the first card, we'll start with Andy, as usual.
Oh, wow. Is it a brainstorm? Oh, it's not.
It's not.
Ooh, this is
close.
It's like an Avatar. The first episode of Avatar, The Last Airbender. She's Aang. Climax is placed on your Climax zone. It is a bar Climax. Choose one of your characters, and you get 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's turn. So cross turn 1,000 power on bar play. Pretty dope. When you play Climax, you can pay 1, look at up to 4 cards from your deck. Choose an Amelia or Puck. So that's a really nice back row assist. It's the 1,000 power cross turn on Climax play and a Magi.
Yeah.
It's a really
great
good
way to get bars out of your hand too.
I like it.
Yeah, if you're playing 8 bar, even maybe 4 bar, this might be like worth considering.
Yeah. Your back row is like the only thing against this card in a way is that from what I've been seeing of people playing the set, after green, or like playing a lot of the green cards, your back row gets like really hectic. So like maybe this is like you like throw this in the front row, you Amagi with it, and you attack with it. Maybe it doesn't sit in your back row. Maybe it's not like a 3 or 4 of. Maybe it's a 2 of, or something.
Yeah, there's a lot. I've been seeing as like a 2 of usually. It's really good if you're playing the bar combo, because that card.
The bar level
power.
1. Yeah,
the bar level 1 card synergizes really well with that. It also makes it 6K cross turn.
Really cool. Pretty simple.
The fact that it's not like tethered to a brainstorm or something else, like where you would need to like be resting it. Like you can just field it in the front row, you know, play your climax.
Get your effect.
With it.
The usual Amagi stuff.
Yeah, I like the Amagi effect. I like the cross 10,000 power a lot too. Seems good.
Yeah. Pretty simple, pretty good.
Okay.
I think I'm only putting in at B because little bit of the back row hell, I think, is the only thing that keeps it. But I think if you're playing the new bar level 1, I think it goes to A, like pretty quick. In that deck, it's probably A. But like if you're playing book, it's probably not as good.
Yeah, much better if you're playing more bars, obviously.
Yeah.
She vanished when the world needed her most.
She did.
Is that the flavor?
She's also
thing?
naked. That's kind of lewd.
Yikes. Okay.
I love Amelia.
Next turn.
All right, let's talk about this puck. Level 0, 2K. During your turn, if you have 2 or more characters with Amelia or puck in name, it is a level 1, 3,500. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, choose one of your characters with either magic or weapon trait, rest it, move it to an empty slot in your back row. So it is a continuous 3,500 power level 1 clean cut.
Only on your turn.
Only on your turn.
And it does count itself, right? Am I reading this correctly?
If you have 2 or more characters.
I don't know if that's translated wrong.
By this wording, yes.
2 or more characters. This is straight from Hotsy, so...
Well, Hotsy's never been wrong.
Somebody go to LittleAkiba. Check this card in LittleAkiba.
Generally, you're tri-fielding with this card because
it's because it's a clean cut.
I don't think I've ever had to worry about that when I was using this before.
I mean, sometimes you don't want to send your opponent to level 1, so you like only attack twice.
This is like the best of both worlds between like the Rem and Kirito clean cut, because it just gets power like for like not a real condition because the Rem needs top check, and it's plus 1 level, so it can cut bombs.
Level,
the level is like super good against decks that are playing bombs like typically Bang Dream and Fate as well.
Yeah, Fate plays the stock bomb. Sometimes the clock bomb as well. You can use it against well, no, it's cost. Never mind. Use it against the Sakura one too.
Yeah,
the level 0 Sakura.
I like that. In a deck like you were saying, you want so much stock. You know, being able to tri-field aggressively on your first turn seems like it could very well be necessary. Really I know we weren't going to talk about the forbidden ReZero Memory Snow, which none of the cards in this set work with, despite both being ice themed. Fucking stupid. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't understand.
Memory Snow's an OVA. They can't.
Whatever. They should have just made him Ice Trade.
Memory Snow's not even canon.
It's not.
I think I play this game for the plot, dude.
Damn.
And anyway, like I was teching in like the Rem clean cut from the first set, like off trait character into that deck just so I could tri-field turn 1, like because you want a lot of stock in that deck, and this seems kind of the same way. You want a lot of stock. You don't even have to like.
Yeah.
This card's just good.
Clean cut good in ReZero.
Did anybody check to see if it's other, or is it actually just 2 or more?
I can go to LittleAkiba here.
LittleAkiba says 2 or more other. I was looking.
It does?
Yeah.
I feel like this condition would be like 2 other, but I don't know. Like I said, I've never actually had to worry about that.
Either way, I feel like it's fine.
Yeah.
It's still good. Yeah.
If you're tri-fielding, you don't have to worry if you're playing the Amelia Puck deck.
You know what? I like clean cut. I'll also give it the A+.
Clean cuts are solid.
Clean cut is good. We love clean
cut.
It's
just in the context of everything. Like, you want so much stock.
Yeah, if you need extra stock. All right, we can move on. Level 1 combo, new one off bar. Got this Amelia and Puck Climax combo. When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, if Sacred Question, which is this bar, is in your Climax zone, and you have another magical weapon character, you may discard a green card from your hand to the waiting room. If you do, search your library for 2 characters with magical weapons, show them to your opponent, put them in your hand, shuffle your library. It's Yuki, but you need a reverse.
Yuki,
and you don't,
no stock.
Stock, yeah.
No stock, but you need a reverse, and you're 5k. No power.
6k.
But
6k with bar.
6k with bar.
The thing is, this set has tons of good power pump options.
Okay,
like,
so this
you can
is
easily get this card.
This
to
is
like
totally reasonable.
8K, yeah, 8k,
Okay.
9k, easy.
I mean, we love Search 2.
We do love Search 2. We love deck thinning on first deck. It's really nice.
Search 2's broken. With no stop.
And you can ditch green cards, so you can ditch your bars too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can trigger a bar and ditch a green
spicy.
bar.
I do like that. I like that a lot.
There's
Good for 8 bar, like, because spoiler alert, the card we'll look at next, the preferred top end, is also a bar.
There's a really good card that synergizes with this to help you ensure like more reverses to loop the combo. This card's just actually pretty good.
Yeah, I say this every time. I'm very sus of getting a reverse in the meta now and going forward. Especially with ReZero being positioned to be after green, be like a good like top tier contender deck. Like post Adventure Time, post Date Alive, the deck still has legs, the deck's still good.
Do you mean ReZero, Green Zero, or
ReZero with green cards? ReZero with green cards, yeah. So we can call that Green Zero. Green Zero is like positioned to be a good deck. So I'm very sus of getting a reverse, in which case the meta's rough. So if the meta shifts to a part where you can get reverses, we can play this card, and if it doesn't, we can play the book. So like it doesn't even matter. The card's good. Yeah, so like just a A minus because I don't know how we're supposed to get reverses, but
yeah, I'm at B plus only because it's a little weak to begin with. I have no idea what's coming next, so maybe I'll change my mind.
So I've never really played with these combos a whole lot, like the like the Yuki Stout combos. I've always just been sketched off it because of the pay one.
Disgusting. They're disgusting.
But the fact that you just get a like discard, not have to pay a stock for this, seems like a lot more appealing to me.
Even when you have to pay one. Well, Yuki's very different because she's on attack. She doesn't even have to win her lane. Like, this has to win its lane. So in later games...
Yuki also gets huge.
Yeah, Yuki gets massive anyway. So.
In the late game...
I was going to say, like, Tyler, I know you play a ton of Sword Art.
Yeah.
You seem to have, like, fallen on the Yuki combo. I have a lot of good things to say about it. Like, do you like this better, or do you like better?
I mean, the reverse is questionable. You always guaranteed the attack. But with Yuki, I think the pay one sometimes comes in handy. But I don't know about this if you end up playing 8 bar too, because then you're never actually going to worry about paying out climaxes when you trigger them.
Well,
so it really...
I think it's really undeniable that Yuki's a better combo, technically, than this, in a vacuum. But,
just because she's on attack.
What's the cost on Yuki? Do you have to discard?
Pay one, ditch one.
Pay one, ditch one. So you get the filter.
You get a filter and you rip 2 cards out.
Yeah, I mean Yuki pays 1 during combat though, so it can function similarly to a twin drive, which is kind of nice.
I really, after messing with this card, I really don't think unless you end up dealing with like decks that have like, you know, JC style effects, so like I really don't think this card actually has a problem fighting reverse. Even in standbys, you can make this thing massive.
Huh.
Like you can easily pump this almost out of counter range against the 1/1 7500.
Even in sets like Bunny Girl with Kaede 55 needing reverse, I never really had trouble finding reverses with that. So having 6k is not that bad to me.
I mean, that's fair.
It's more about what people are playing. Like, if people end up playing a lot of Konosuba and stuff, we have, like... and we still have... AOT will get, like...
Yeah, Obero and Tasty effects definitely pose an issue. So if those are more popular, maybe this combo is not as well positioned.
Weirdly, when Data Live comes out, people might play AOT even more than, like, they have in the past, because it matches up decently well against Data Live's, like, weird broken shit. So like, finding reverses if you get to level 1. Second becomes harder against another good deck, not just Konosuba. So it depends how the meta pans out, right? But
yeah. I mean, it could go either way. It's just still a good card overall.
Yeah, I mean, card's good.
I guess that's the thing. You have the other option in the book in case this is bad. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Art seems pretty good though. I'm a fan. Art's good too.
Yeah, art is really good.
Puck looking hella thick.
Jesus Christ, he's so small.
Well, wait till we get to other
boy
cards.
looking like Carmen's cat.
Oh my god, like Pip.
I miss Pip.
King.
Wait till we get to the later Puck cards.
Oh no.
Thick
All
Puck.
Right. Next card. Ollie, this is you.
Hey, look, there's a preview in that Climax.
It
So
does look like Pip.
3-2 Amelia. Recollection, if you have 2 or more magic or weapon characters in memory, this gets 3k power, so it's 11k. On play heal. Climax combo, when the bar is placed in your climax zone, for the turn this gets the following 2 abilities. On reverse clock kick, and on direct attack, ditch a card to deal 2 damage. ReZero finally gets a finisher. Praise be.
Yeah, this is like everything ReZero wants in a finisher. It sits big, it heals. It doesn't matter if your opponent has open lanes or they don't, so you're not punished for winning board. The only way to deny this card from doing anything is to sack the character that's being attacked mid-combat. It's the only way to deny anything because your opponent declared a front attack, but then there was no character. That's the only way. Or to use a JC style effect. Those are the only ways to deny the effect. Which notably in English, we don't have a lot of JC. And sack counters are very expensive. And really hurt your opponent to do.
And what's great is this finisher doesn't cost any stock to use. It's just
it's completely free.
It's just hand if you get it direct in a deck that's playing bars.
This card can get to absurd power levels. You're not going to have trouble getting to reverses.
Yeah, we'll get to a card later, but this card actually gets ridiculously large. Like this, to almost to the point where like even Bunny Girl might actually have Bunny Girl, even Futaba might actually have a hard time killing this thing. Like it's actually ridiculous how big this thing gets.
Wow,
I remember when this card first got revealed, we argued about it for like hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I remember like gushing about this, saying like this is like the best finisher in the game, right? You're like,
it's not the best finisher in the game, but it's
no, Andy, you're an idiot. And
it's a playable finisher in a set that never had a finisher. I still don't think this finisher is incredible. I think for the deck, it is a playable finisher, which is something this set has never had before.
It is incredible compared to what ReZero had to this point.
Now the burn on the direct, it's not particularly very good because then you're swinging 4-2 in that lane.
That was the main argument.
Or 2-4.
2-4. Those aren't particularly good numbers, so that's a little bit of a knock.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that you always get something off it, right? Like it's impossible.
That part is good. That part is undeniably good. Yeah.
If you get either a clock kick or a burn 2, and there's almost no way to deny it.
Yeah, but it heals and it's big. That's that's
the good part.
That's the really good part about the card.
Gotta heal. Healing's the strongest line of text in Weiss Schwarz.
Yeah, I mean in ReZero especially.
Yeah, for all the bashing I did at the beginning, back in the day, it's an A- card for ReZero. This card's really important for ReZero. They were missing it. Hell of a lot better than Amelia Restander.
Yes.
Yes.
The Amelia Restander bothers me.
Yeah, fuck that card. It's only good if you played Felt, because you could do the cheese where you rip the puck out of your deck and then paid it out.
It sets up Reinhardt. It's OP.
Yeah. Wow. Does set up Reinhardt. Fuck. That is funny.
I've never played with Reinhardt, so I don't know.
Oh, Reinhardt slaps, right, Ollie?
Yeah, you just win it. Just win the Reinhardt.
It's a good card.
Alright. Next. Tyler.
Alright, this is a 3-2 9,000 power puck. If there are 2 or fewer climaxes, it gets -1 level. Gets 500 for every magic or weapon character you have, and on play, ditch heal to stock. Ditch a card heal to stock.
Wow, more healers.
11k stock healer.
Just
Yeah,
slots. It's just slots over Rem, right? Like.
Yeah, you can either play this over the Rem or you can play it with the Rem. I've seen both.
Yeah.
I wish it was 4 more condition, personally, but that would also hit the power a little bit.
Yeah. Being an 11k stock killer is pretty.
Yeah.
Wait, this is just Oh, this card. Oh, it's not as good as a 4 or more one, but like I've been playing a lot with this like a similar profile. I've been playing the Samugi a lot, but this is cross turn.
Yeah, the early play condition lets it sit cross turn as opposed to only on turn.
Yeah, that's.
I think that's really good.
Yeah, this card's just good. Like
it's a strong early play.
It's a really strong early play. Wait, this is just mesmerizing Water Goddess, but it's 2 or less instead of 4 or more, which makes it cross turn, which makes it good. Yeah.
It is mesmerizing. It's mesmerizing.
It's mesmerizing Water Goddess if the Aqua sat cross turn.
Yeah, which is dumb. Like,
like that's why the EP condition is different, because the power is
cross turn. Yeah,
power is different.
Well, at least this card won't go up to $60 because Puck's not a waifu.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know about that.
That's what you say.
Puck's pretty
fun. Yeah,
you didn't see those flies in number 5.
All right, next card.
It's back around.
Yeah.
Top of the batting order here. Amelia in a cave somewhere. When this attacks, choose one of your characters with magic or weapon. Give it 1500 power. As a startup ability, act effect. Discard a card from your hand. Choose a magic or weapon character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. You can spam that as much as you want.
No, it's a sack this. It's the Rem Bomb.
Yeah, it's Rem Bomb.
Oh, I see that now.
Yeah.
Card's good?
Yep.
I like it.
Good
That
card.
effect's stupid?
Cool power pump.
Is strong,
It seems like there's a lot of filter tools in this set.
Thank God you have bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick has really good filter tools.
I think I'm on record as saying the Rem Bomb is one of the dumbest cards in the set. I wish that like 3-0 had the space to run more of that card. I think that card's ridiculous for toolboxing. Big believer. I'm gonna give this all the way A-. I really love that effect. Even more so that we're playing bars. I think that effect's super disgusting. Even if you neg one to do it, the toolboxing potential is too good. I guess it depends on how much mill Green Zero has, but I believe they have a decent amount. So
it's a cool clean cut target too.
Yeah, the brainstorm in this is also salvage, by the way, right? That like
it is salvage.
Okay, yeah, that directly influences my rating of the card. It will stay at A-.
Spoilers.
That is a big reason.
It has good clean cut synergy too. Like you pump the clean cut, then you cut those.
Yeah.
That
was always a good way to use the bomb.
Right? Like
you turn your plus into selective.
Yeah, then you can stack it into anything else.
This can fill both halves, kind of like something you need to do with the deck, right? Like you can pump your on reverse combo, but you can also like filter the gold bar. So you can run a lot of copies of this and not feel bad about it.
Yeah,
because it's always going to do like something for you.
Yeah. All right. I think that's good, right? We can just move on.
I'm glad you got it here at that time.
Okay. Yeah, we got there.
All right.
All right, Brian.
Next, we've got this level 0, 1500 Amelia. When your other character with Amelia name is placed from the stage to the waiting room, if this is in the back row, you can sack this and put it back rested. And you can rest this card to give one of your characters with Amelia and name 1500 power until end of turn.
Yeah, move over, Puck. Those are thighs.
This is the best card in the set because she has garter belts, and it's the only card that shows them in full view.
Wait, what's this card do?
Rest 1500, a field encore.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to circle it.
Jesus Christ!
Just blur it.
She's kung fu kicking.
Yeah.
Ollie can focus on the card if you blur the garter belt.
So this is a field encore.
Yeah. Rest you 1500.
Notably, doesn't save Rem's markers, but it can keep the Puck alive.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, I mean, it's good. Like it. Usually, you just set one of those like cards in the back row, and they just don't do anything until something dies and you encore. This does something every single turn.
Yeah, the power pump is good. I like the power pump. Yeah.
This is part of the reason why the bar combo is so easily loopable too. Because you play it, you pump it, you get your reverse, the combo dies, you just save it, and then you get to
if you triggered another bar
again.
You just do it again. Yeah, it lets you be reactive, which I like.
Yeah, I'm giving it a B- for the sole reason that it can only save characters with Amelia in name. But I mean,
you can't save the puck. Oh,
No.
you're right.
Only Amelia's, but like
B-, yeah.
you're going to be using this for the combo more.
It's for the combo. Okay.
I mean, more often than not, it probably doesn't matter,
Yeah.
but it's a little thing that could matter.
If you're playing 8-bar, you probably
Really
play
cool
this,
to let you loop book combo too if you feel like you couldn't get out of your deck state too.
Mm-hmm.
Like decently notable.
You're flooded with books. You got a 2-turn.
You just
Love
use
to- love to
God's
read.
discard.
Well, book always draws books, so when you trigger a book and you draw one,
Yeah.
do it again. All right. I think that's decent. We can move on. All right, we got this puck being all smug. This is a furry card. If you do not have another character with Amelia or puck in name, this does not stand during your stand phase. And then pay 1, send this to memory, look it up to 4 cards on the top of your deck, choose 1, Amelia or puck in name, show it to your opponent. Put it in your hand, put the remaining cards in the waiting room. This is your normal pay 1, go to memory, top check up to 4, add 1. Really great card to clean cut, because it turns the plus into memory and a better card. The first effect literally doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, if this stay in the front row, it's probably dying anyways.
Yeah.
So like that. That Judgment is literally just there to give it like an extra like 500 power.
Yeah, it just gives it
No
an
real
additional
reason.
500. So what, the Izumi Mill Runner is like a 1k. Mill Runner's -5. So
yeah,
this is
I believe so.
+5. This is
Not even a drawback. If it doesn't stand, you just sack it with its effect.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
compression neutral. Check 4.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to eat up a deck slot.
this
or
is
a field slot.
compression
What about the
neutral, main phase, controllable mill. I love it.
Like it.
Love
yeah.
everything about it.
Been playing a lot of Da Capo recently.
Cards are broken.
There's a card in there that's pretty much this with an extra effect that's better, and I really like these effects a lot nowadays.
These effects are so important in the decks that choose to run them. Like every deck that runs this effect, this is like one of the most important effects in your deck, for like controlling your deck state. And the fact that it's compression neutral means you don't have to give a shit. God forbid your set has a clean cut. I think the fact that the set has a clean cut makes this like really disgusting.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Clean cutting this, like we've seen Da Capo do it too. They also do this like exact same thing, and it's just fucking gross every time someone does it to you. It feels really bad to get hit by, and it feels really good for you because the card paid for itself and generated memory. Tyler.
Score.
Oh, he's dead. Okay, no, he's alive.
No, he's alive.
Okay.
I'm just listening.
No more connection issues. Okay. All right, Ollie.
It's 1-0 Amelia. If you have a card in memory, this gets 3k, so it's a 6k. And then on attack, you can ditch a bar to get the 1500 power and on reverse draw.
Okay.
It's not that great.
An
What is she-
8-bar
what is-
consistency card.
What is she eating? A cashew?
I think.
Macaroni.
The
I
cashew.
remember. I think I fell asleep like halfway through this movie, to be honest.
I actually think I might have also.
I think it's a cashew.
Yeah, the card's like whatever. There, you have a ton of ditch outs, and just being a 6k body is like whatever.
It's like an
only
8-bar out. It's like an out
Right.
to 8-bar.
Yeah, it's only useful if you have like extra climaxes. But as we've seen,
This is a
deck already
snake bitten card. I
This
think.
deck already has a lot better discard outlets than this. I think.
I like the fact that it's during your attack step, though. So you can, like, swing with this last. If you triggered a bar up to that point in the turn, you can, like, immediately get it out of your hand.
Yeah.
I don't like that it's a draw, but like that's just how these cards work.
I mean,
Yeah.
worst case, it's a costless 6k if you set up the memory condition, which I imagine is not too hard. So.
Yeah, this seems actually pretty solid.
I do think it's a bit of a snake bite card. where if you're saying like, oh, I play 8 bar and all I do is trigger a bazillion bars, I have to put this card in my deck so that I can get the bars out of my hand. When in reality, like Ollie said, I think there's enough ditch outs that we've seen already, and we've only looked at 11 cards.
I mean, but isn't the floor high enough? It's like a 106k.
Depends on your deck slots. I think that the deck probably doesn't have space for a card like this unless you give up something else to run it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think just being a 106k is good enough.
I mean, if you're an 8 bar and you have the extra slots, which I'm not sure if you will or not, but if you do have space for this, I think 106k is reasonable, especially if you're
notably. And I think this is important when you're looking at cards like this, cards that are auxiliary cards, which we're getting into now. We're like getting past the staple cards. Green, I think we're about to look at some of them soon here in a couple cards, but green 0 has to give up a lot of slots to like this early play package to like play this extremely strong back row card, and that eats a lot of slots in your deck, which I think like makes these like harder to justify playing. I still think the card is like kind of a snakebite card. I think you have enough ditch outs. I think you only play this if you're like really snake bitten on flooding bars, which like you might be, like whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
then you just draw another bar anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna meme about. It's like that's why I don't like the draw. Like,
yeah,
but that's just how this profile works. It's also contingent on
getting a reverse.
Oh, you have to get the reverse,
which is another problem.
You do go to 7-5.
So you can ditch it. So you can just neg one for no reason if your
opponent backups. Yeah.
If your opponent like they're able to back up or
JC,
I mean, you wouldn't do it if they're gonna JC, but
just ditch more bars.
Yeah, you're right. Just tri-field this. Trigger bar, ditch bar.
Imagine how terrible it feels if you like ditch a bar and immediately trigger a bar. That would be like, damn, I'm cursed.
Yeah, not the biggest fan of this card.
That's how it.
This card, in a vacuum, the card's fine. I think probably rough.
I think the card quality in the set is good enough that you don't need to run this.
Fair enough.
Okay. All right. Move on. Tyler, here's you.
All right. Puck holding on to finger. Climax combo. When the two meet, it is placed in your climax zone. If you have another magic or weapon character for the turn, this gains the 2 following abilities. When it attacks, choose a magic or weapon character, put it to stock, and then twin drive. And then also, when this card triggers a climax during the trigger step, if that card is a bag, you may choose a character from your waiting room and return to hand.
Only on this card's lane. When you trigger a bag.
This card triggers a bag.
I mean, you just tri-field it. Easy.
You want to twin drive, probably. It gets you a shitload of stock, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there another bag trigger in this set?
Yes, there's another bag. You play this in 8 bags. Deck is actually pretty solid.
What's the other bag?
It's a it's a free stock swap combo.
It's like, I'm all about bag trigger. I'm all about this card.
Yeah.
Weird. Why do these two effects have anti-synergy with one another?
What do you mean?
Okay, so say you tri-field this. If you tri-field this, the two abilities have anti-synergy. Because you have to, on attack, put the... Oh, okay, wait a second. They both trigger when this attacks. So you can pay something out before you put the thing on top of it. Because you can pay the cost, and then it goes to trigger. Okay, never mind. Misread it.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, never mind.
The nice thing about triggering bag, too, is bag always goes on top. So you can, like...
Yeah, so you can pay out the bag.
Pay it out with the next talk, yeah.
Yeah, and the 6... if you are able to double or tri-field this, the 4 to 6 cards you look at, probably going to trigger a bag. So you get a good salvage out of that. And there's like a whole bag package in the set that's actually like it actually comes together pretty well to make this card pretty good. The only problem with this card is it's kind of small.
The problem I'm seeing is it seems like they're trying to push you into either 8 bar or 8 bag, but it seems like you might want to mix.
Yeah. If you're playing bag, you kind of have to play 8 bag. to maximize this card.
Well, this card absolutely wants you playing 8-bag.
Yeah, because you want to twin drive bags.
I think the 8-bag deck is solid enough that you don't mind that.
Okay.
I think it's interesting. I do think this is how stupid the effect has to be for bag to be playable. Like in a bag-centric deck. I do think the effect has to read this strong. Yeah, when I trigger this card that gives me free stock, also give me door. Like I do think that is how stupid the effect has to be for it to work. You probably don't do the twin drive unless you trigger bag when you're doing this combo. If you're playing 8-bag, just because you stand to generate so much extra stock, and like bag is already risky because it's blind. You probably don't twin drive very often, but I think it's fine.
When you twin drive and trigger 2 bags, oh Jesus!
Oh baby, which one of you guys was the one who had the place of this for sale?
That was me.
Oh, you still have it?
No, I already sold my playsets.
Oh dang!
Someone backs out.
This deck's looking slapping, dude. I can totally dig this.
All right, moving on. We good? Done with bags for now?
Yep, done with bag.
All right, back to you, Andy.
I'm getting back to the slide. Give me a second. Only day.
Carmen's gonna have so much fun editing this.
No, you don't have to edit. It's fine. Okay, yeah. So this is 1/1 Amelia. She's in the snow. She's looking at her thick dad. All your other call my names get 1,000 power. This was the conversation while you were gone, Carmen. This show's so fucking stupid. So it gives all the 2/1 pucks 1,000 power. Level assist to your characters in front, and it is a Takitsubo, so you can pay 1, clock yourself, search your deck for a Amelia or a puck, and add to your hand, and you get to give someone 1,000 power.
So we were discussing if this card is over spec or not. I think it is. Why did it has a soul trigger?
Just giving 1,000 power is like
to that puck, randomly.
A lot usually, because this is a level 500 level assist, so like that's normal for a 1/1.
Not level restricted on Takitsubo either.
And it just has the extra. It just has the extra effect to pump this puck to 1K.
Is name search really that cheap? Like name search and name buff. Are those really that cheap of an effect?
I don't know. It might be because it searches the name that gets the extra 1,000 power. So maybe it's not over spec.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm
I mean,
sure.
the trick is that it's just a technicality.
Yeah. It's
everything in the set is an Amelia or puck. I looked.
Well, yeah, it's a fake restriction.
Yeah, it just makes the card better, right? Like
but
sorry, all you standard players.
For balancing purposes, that might be why it gives extra power.
The fact that it's a 1/1 makes it kind of rough. However, like this is a whole package of cards. This 1/1, this 2/1, and a 3/2 that we'll look at that are all like really good. So you play it anyway, which is like why we get into this like there's a stock issue question. Because when you play this card, you're gonna play down the 1/1, and then you're gonna Takitsubo. You're gonna spend 2 stock. So that's where that stock engine that we talked about. We're talking about the old cards comes in clutch, like closing this stock gap, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say too, like it seems like I feel like I would never keep this card over mulligan. I feel like I would always discard it when I mulligan. So like, how do you get this card on time? Like, how many copies of it do you have to run?
I think I would keep one actually. I think I would keep one actually.
I play
over mall.
Yeah.
I use 2, and 2's been pretty fine.
Yeah, because you don't play a large amount. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, you can usually find it between your combos and then your other selection, your Ram bomb, your drop search.
If you play the puck Ricky, you can grab this off that too.
You don't need this until 2, really.
Yeah.
Technically.
But it is a Takitsubo, so you can slam it down and like it's a 2 stock, get whatever you want, play a level X. So
yeah. Card's fine. It's a means to an end at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's like we were talking about how it's over spec, but it's somehow the worst part of the chain, I think. Well, the 2/1's not great either, but
the 2/1's not really that good. But it's fine for what it is. some applications for it.
I do like it. I like that it has all this text on one card that is in my deck that will... Spoiler alert, this card removes itself from your deck and goes to memory. So a card that, like, gets upgraded and deletes itself.
Oh,
pretty good.
If it
Yeah.
removes itself, that might be a...
yeah, spoilers. This goes to memory.
We love memory, don't we, folks?
Yeah. It's okay. It's for a good cause. It's
Sorry.
for a really good cause.
Memory's
crutch mechanic.
Memory's not compression. Next card.
All right, we've got this 1/1, 4,500 power Amelia. When this becomes reversed, if the level of the battle opponent is higher than the level of your opponent, you can put the top card of your opponent's clock into the waiting room and put that character into clock.
Does every goddamn set get a Dachi?
Anti-change,
Pretty
1/1.
much better Adachi. At better removal. Than
Yeah.
Adachi.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everything. Like slime and forward. They
Yeah.
all do.
It's like
Seems
pretty
good.
standard at this point.
Seems good.
I mean, when they start printing 8 standby, it seems like a natural thing.
Yeah. B- just because it's clock. That is one of the worst ones.
These
And-
cards aren't even like I don't even think they're B tier anymore. They're like tech cards at this point.
Oh yeah. they're cards.
I'm only giving it the B- because it's a 1/1.
They're also
like-
so standard now.
They do
Well, yeah,
print
I mean,
the
like
2/1s
that
now.
one used to be like a big draw to it. It was like, oh, it's a 1/1. I can get it.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like old hat now.
Yeah. Well, isn't original Adachi costless?
No,
Or is he a
Adachi is a
one?
1/1.
I think he's
Okay.
1/1, yeah.
Okay.
Adachi like Persona 4 Adachi.
Persona 4.
Yeah.
Adachi
that's
is the original 1/1 bomb, anti-change bomb. Well,
It's a
maybe not
bomb.
original, but
the first one.
the most
That was-
notable.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Simple. We can move on. I got this 2 on Amelia.
Oh, let me guess. Is it the same thing as the other 2 Amelias?
No. When you use the back of this, reveal top card of your life. Oh, it's Leafa! Leafa punch.
Cool.
We do like
Praise Gordon.
Statistics. Okay, so Ollie, you're more of a boomer than us. So we fucked up the board encounter lore, and by that I mean I fucked up the board encounter lore in our board in our slide in the thing for the viewers. Can you correct us on why it's called board encounter?
Oh, so Borden was actually somewhat before my time as well, but I have heard the story. Basically, this guy named Borden that basically would go on Facebook. I don't remember if it was Glow or Foreign, and constantly talk about how amazing Leaf Counter was and how it always leads to a cancel. And it got memed into legend.
Okay. All right. And it's also the name of what is it? Hake's blog.
Yeah. The blog is a meme about Borden. That's why the Leaf Counter is like on like the front page of the blog.
Okay. All right. Leafa punch. Card's good.
Yeah.
B for Borden.
If you're playing
Yeah,
a defensive style deck, you probably play this card, which ReZero is.
Yeah, like one anti-change, one of this. If your selection's high enough, seems fine.
Yeah.
When you're building like this weird middle ground of memory, right? Or like any memory, like I think Ryan talked about it. How like you're at these like cancel thresholds in slime because you're not building a ton of memory. You're building like a middle amount of memory where like that one extra card like increases the percentage chance for you to cancel by like a very significant amount. So like when you're playing that kind of strategy, these cards become even better because they like really change, like they make it a very statistically, God, I said stats when talking about Leaf Counter. Fuck. Now I'm getting memed on. They make a like true statistical difference because like you're playing with such like you're playing with like more compression, I guess, is what I'm getting at. You're in deck states where it's more relevant, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about it a little bit more, guys. I'm like, I don't think I'd ever play this card instead of like
just
the
2 anti-change.
I mean, broken anti-change is
Yeah, I mean it is broken anti-change.
First of all, I think I'd play the 4th anti-change counter before I played the first one of
Jesus,
this.
the 4th anti-change.
Oh, I don't know about that. All
Oh,
right,
yeah,
all right, Yabi.
All right, Christian Yarbacher.
Well, no, because the only good anti-change counter in the game, so like they're not going to expect the 4th one. So that's
That's literally the Yarbucker idea. Yeah. I mean, True.
And then,
it's not wrong.
like putting anti-change aside too, like I would rather run the tap counter over this.
I really think it depends. If you are playing in those high,
the million bag deck where you have a bajillion stock.
That's true.
In a bag, I can see the tap counter being run. In any other build that's playing green, I don't think you ever have the stock.
I guess I should ask too. Like, what are the traits on this? Like, are these
they're
the
magic
same
weapon?
traits as...
Magic weapon. It's all the same trait as regular.
Yeah,
Zero.
you play this with normal ReZero, no problem. It's
So,
just
like,
color.
I would have
tap
no
counter does
easier or harder time getting this card into my hand as opposed to any of the other.
No,
Correct.
no harder time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just deck building, choice.
Yeah, choice,
like,
preferences, whatever.
Yeah.
I will say slots are a little hard in this deck, so it might be hard to fit this in. But I would not fault anyone for running this.
For English, what people have been playing, and the amount of random garbage you see in Swiss, I think Andy's probably right. You probably just play more anti-change counters because it will do more work for you. Because there's always going to be that guy who's sacking the shit out of you, and it's round 4, and then he fronts you with this thing, and the only way you get that thing in the game is money countering him twice at 2 because you play the most broken anti-change counter in the game.
This is the Yu-Gi-Oh GOAT format theory I was telling you about before.
Oh my god!
Right?
I don't want to hear about goats.
Event cards.
Oh.
No, it relates. It relates.
Okay.
I'm
listening.
There was a trap card back in the day in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's called Sakuratsu Armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Mirror Force. It kills their attacking creature. It's destroy target attacking creature. It's a trap card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so decks would run 1 or 2 of them, maybe even sometimes 3. And I was reading this article one time, and it was saying the right number to run of those is the number one more than your opponent thinks you're going to be playing, because they'll just play into the third one. They'll play into the second one. They'll play into the third one.
Mm-hmm.
And anti-change counters are the same thing. Everyone will play around it until you show them you're out, right?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
When you're playing against better players who are going to be looking at your waiting room and your stock and say, "Oh, he just triggered. Last turn he triggered a
ACC,
anti-change counter, and I see his waiting room. He has an anti-change counter in there. I can just go for it." And that's when you say, "Yeah, bitch, I'm actually that stupid. This is the 4th copy." Gotcha.
Unironically, that's a lot of players think. I'll look at my opponent's waiting room. I see they're out 1 or 2. It's there's no way they're running more than 2, and I front.
Another case in point, you can lower ratios too. Again, I'm going to reference it again because I think I'm a fucking genius for it. But me and Nico, when we played Konosuba mirrors, he played around with my fucking seizure the whole game.
And you didn't play seizure. You didn't play seizure.
Oh, I've done the same thing. Yeah.
He must be holding it. He's had it since turn 1.
Andy just didn't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, there is merit there, and I think that's literally what, that's part of the thing that Yarbacher was saying when he was talking about his ReZero list, is that he brought to Worlds, because it infamously ran 3 anti-change counter, because he went into a whole thing about it, and there's a video about it, if you guys want to look it up. It's on the Strictly Broken channel. He said that the only games he lost were the games that he didn't have that card available to threaten, which just said, I need to play 3 because I want to see it every game no matter what, even the games that I'm having bad. But then he said there was an additional benefit where it's people would play around it, but then I'd still have one, stuff like that. So it's definitely not a bad line of thought, for sure.
I just feel I don't want to get too off topic, but I feel people just think anti-change counters are the end-all be-all. Just I'll see every deck running an anti-change counter.
I don't know if it's as common
always
now.
Just so overcosted.
I don't know if it's as common now as it used to be. It used to be just every deck jam ACC. We have to.
Back when the meta was super early play centric, every deck was playing anti-change counters.
I mean, back the metagame was more early play centric than ever.
It was a lot more Konosuba decks were playing 4 to 6 early plays.
When the meta was ReZero Konosuba, Attack on Titan, when that was the top, and
GGO,
Bang Dream, GGO had just come out.
I mean, that's the same thing that happens today, though, right?
Not as much.
We
Not as much.
We just recorded the Konosuba deck text earlier. You were saying, oh, well, they used to run 4 to 6. You were running 5 in your list.
Yeah, 5, yeah. So there are some decks that do, but it's not like... With more standby, there's early plays of Hand on Core, which means that, like, ReZero notably being the only deck that sends to... The only deck with a reasonable costed anti-change counter that sends to a zone other than Grave.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, is, like... That's why I feel like I'd want to run, like, a lot of this card. And, like, I can see why Yarbacher did
run 3, yeah.
But, like, why anyone would want to. It's, like... I feel like this is the only good anti-change counter in the game. Everything's either, like, absurdly costed, like, you know, you just let them hit you, and then you just play a bomb for 1 stock and kill it.
Even in my blue-yellow ReZero list, which I love where it's at right now, I think that if I could justify cutting Reinhardt, I might run 3 anti-change counters. Just because it's, like, such an important card. So I can jive with that. Card's important for ReZero. But I guess that's not this card. We went down a completely different line of thought. But that was a good discussion. I liked it. Pretty common for us. We can move on.
All right. This card. This is me, right?
I think so. I read this.
You did the leaf. All right. I'm gonna preface this with my grade first.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Is that what we're in
so
for?
This is a 3/2 Amelia. Recollection: if Amelia alone is in your memory, this gets the following ability. That's the 1/1 level assist. This cannot be chosen by your opponent's effects as hexproof. If you have 3 or more cards in memory, this gets 1k level assist. And then once it's placed from hand or staged by the effect of Call My Name Puck, which is the 2/1, it's early playable, you can salvage a magic or weapon character. This card, I don't want to say this card's broken, but this card's kind of absurd.
Why does it also have 7k power?
I guess the frontal power effects are not very...
Because it's recollection.
I know that you guys maybe don't know as well, but maybe Carmen knows. You know the 3/2 Lucia from Rewrite, right, Carmen?
Yes.
The early play. This is like pretty similar.
This is just better. It's similar, but it's better.
Yeah,
I think
because this salvage, this cantrips you a selective cantrip from your waiting room. It also makes your early plays massive.
Makes your puck 14k cross
puck
turn.
sits at 14k. Most things can't actually get over that.
It
has hexproof,
notably,
so they can't win it.
The 3 or more is totally for the thing is actually totally fake because both of these cards on the side go to memory to pull this card out early play at level 2, and you've played at least one other memory card for sure in your past 3-4 turns.
Yeah, the condition is absolutely free. Yeah, it has hexproof, so they can't win it. Data Live can't MLS it, so they can't reduce the power of your early plays.
I'm digging it.
It's
I mean, when they
just ridiculous.
When they just MLS your actual early play, then.
Yeah, but then you can spam them. You would because you have a salvage brainstorm and your early play, your primary early play, which is now the puck, plays for 1. Them MLSing it and giving you like they don't even generate an open lane. You then salvage it, play it again for 1, so you 2-stock salvaged it. Because you're at a level of compression where you're going to hit Brainstorm.
Isn't the puck early play 2 or less? Or
puck early play is 2 or less. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
You also have to consider that since they can't touch this deck generally is able to double early play very consistently. Since they can't hit this and be able to scale over your pucks, they can only usually hit 1 puck. So unless they have the second MLS, you're still getting a lane.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I mean,
like if they have the second MLS, then sure, GG. But
God forbid we talk about how big this makes the finisher cross turn, 14k cross turn finisher.
Yeah, that's
before Climax.
That's why I was saying that card gets massive. Is because this card exists.
It just makes everything huge. Yeah, that's
the cantrip is also really fucking nutty. I like I think the cantrip throws it over the edge.
I think this is unironically might be the best card in the set.
I don't know if I'm ready to slap it with the S, but the card's pretty fucking insane.
It's really good. Yeah.
I guess like counterpoint is though, like you're jumping through all these hoops to play like these memory things. And yes, I get it. You're saying they're like not that much of a hoop because you want to be playing these cards anyway. But like I know the Return by Death card people are playing, so they can hit like 3 memory and like some other stuff that might be kind of jank. You could just play like it is a 3K assist that much better than a just 2-1 level 3s in front of this get 2000 power like bath time.
Because this also plays for 1. This is a 3-1. It's not a 3-2. Well, it's spread out.
It forces you into this whole package, though.
It tells you, well, it also has the hexproof, and it gives you the extra salvage, and the extra 1K is like a lot, I think.
Yeah, the extra 1K for the early plays hits like 14K is a ridiculous cross turn pre-backup threshold.
Yeah, like think about like most early play decks. They're playing like 2K assist. They're generally hitting like 12, 5, 13. This is usually going to scale over most of those decks
without even using a backup, and you have the dumbest anti-change backup in the game. I think that the fact that it compounds with cards that are already big.
Salvages the anti-change counter.
Oh yeah, it does salvage the counter.
It's definitely good. Like I'm not saying it's bad. I just feel like you probably don't have to run this.
I disagree. I think you absolutely run this card.
I think if you're playing Green Zero, you run this package, which is also a package that eats a lot of slots in your day. I think that's I think this is actually like way too good. Hexproof, 1000 in front assist.
Yeah, 1000 power. Yeah, 1000 power level assist frontal cross turn is nutty.
I can say from experience playing into this deck because I've played into Jason a lot. Who's been chilling this deck since it came out. It feels really like there's a big sense of futility no matter what set you're playing, even when you're playing super high power, like modern JP stuff. Like I'm talking like Psychono, like Dow, like even Sal 10th. Sal 10th being like the only deck that can even hope to challenge this stuff. God forbid they have a backup. They never do. Or they never don't have the backup. They always do. Because they can grab it. There's a sense after this card hits the board and your opponent has like 2 early plays down, there's a big sense of futility that comes over your next turns where it's like, oh, well, I'm forced to crash the rest of the game. I can never win board.
Think about if you're like a standby deck that's maybe not Data Live. Like if you're Fujimi, like you spent like the whole game setting up your big board of Tominari's, or what's her name?
Yeah, Tominari, right?
Yeah, she only hits like 12-5, like, and then you just look at this like I just get to scale over your 2/2s.
Yeah, and like, if your opponent slams Climax, like if the ReZero player slams like a bar on the turn they play this, they have no hope of even backing up over it with a 3/5 counter. It's really disgusting that Fujimi loses board.
It's to a point though where like I don't know if I like that argument. Just the fact that like, oh, well, they're big, so I have to be bigger. Because it comes around full circle, right? It gets to the point where there's going to be some sort of like...
Well...
the term aggro doesn't apply here, but like in other card games where you get too fat on your top end, people will just start going under you.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
Kind of the same thing. It's like...
Well...
People are going to like... It's going to come full circle. People are like, damn, Amelia's too big. So I'm not even going to try to compete with it, and they're just
well, Andy, this does another thing that plays it around people, directly plays against people crashing at you and being more aggro. This card puts 2 cards in memory. This card's compression neutral to play. So this card actively compresses you while also making your board thick as fuck.
How does this put 2 cards in memory? Is it like a...
Those win... The 2/1 hits the board and then sends itself and the 1/1 from your board to memory and summons this card from grave.
Oh, it's like Gurren Lagann.
They merge to memory, so your markers can't be removed. And this card is hexproof.
That's actually pretty slapping, actually.
Yeah. Like I think that because I would agree with you when you get in there and you say it's just like, oh, I'm making my board thick. Like my opponents will just like crash out and be like, whatever. I don't need to win board anymore. I did that the rest of the game because this comes online at level 2, and there are decks that do that. But like the fact that it shoves 2 cards in memory, and what if you refresh that turn? You just don't take damage. Because you just compressed 2 and played this card and pulled a card from grave. Like the card's completely compression neutral.
Okay, yeah, you should have told me that from the start, dude.
We did! We said they go to memory!
Well, you didn't say they merge to memory.
Yeah, they do merge to memory, yeah.
And like you have these pucks that are selling, or even if you're playing like Rem, to be honest, like imagine how much Rem snowballs with this card behind it.
Dude, yeah.
That's what people were doing in the
That's
beginning.
what I was
They were
thinking.
playing
Like,
Rem.
let's put a fucking Rem in front of this and just go to town.
You totally can.
If you have these giant pucks and Rems in front of this card, like you're probably never clocking it at that point because those cards are really just never dying.
Right.
You're only clocking if you're at 2-0 and you need to heal with your third Rem.
Yeah.
Dude, Green Zero slaps. This set is looking hella dope. I'd spend $150 for this set.
You can use SPDCG code Christian Yarblocker since we SPTC Javi because we talked about Javi this episode. You can use that code to get money off your playset. All right, we can move on. Card slaps. Guess this is Tyler, right?
Tyler, I think, yeah.
Okay. 3/2, 10,000 Amelia. When this placed on stage, heal. And when this attacks, pay 3, ditch 2, burn 5.
Oh, heck yeah.
The Paul Clinton special.
The Paul Clinton festival. Where is Daddy Burn 5? When will he return to us? He's been busy with work. Heals and burns 5.
This this works with another card that makes the burn 5 not as bad. But it's like still kind of whatever.
Hey, I'll take your word for it, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see when we get there.
I mean, it's literally the next card.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, there's Thick Puck.
Back to Andy.
That's good
what
art.
What the fuck is happening? In this is a movie, right? This is like one movie.
Yeah, it's like a 50-minute movie or something.
Shit.
Fire Horse and Puck.
This is the bag top end, Andy.
Oh, ooh, I love bags.
Bags.
We got here.
Big.
The Aurora Borealis. All your other Amelia Desperate Resistance. So that burn 5, get this 1,000 power.
Yeah.
When you play this bad boy, choose up one of your characters in your hand whose level is equal to lower than your level, and put it on your field. Gets 2,000 power. Climax combo on attack. If you have this bag in your climax area, put all your opponent's stock in the waiting room, and they put an equal number of cards into their stock.
Stock swap.
This is a coin flip finisher where for 2 stock you get a heal and a burn 5. And then the stock swap is free, and you pay 3, ditch 2, burn 5. Their coin flip deck.
It's like mini old Konosuba top end.
But this is kind of shitty though.
Yeah. It is shitty.
The issue here is you have to stock swap.
Yeah.
First of all, it's mandatory. You don't get to choose. Mandatory. Second of all, it's telegraphed as fuck. You know why it works in Konosuba? Because you can stock swap them.
You can just randomly fucking do it.
Like you could say, you're gonna try to play around that by having dirty stock. I'll just kill you normally then, right?
Yeah.
Your opponent can prepare for you to stock swap them the whole game. Konosuba doesn't have to.
You can not play the bag. You can just not play the bag.
You can play the other bag because there's actually like climax searching in this deck.
What?
Yeah.
So
you can grab climaxes in this deck.
Oh, okay.
Out of your stock.
So you play like a...
Wait, you could grab climaxes from your stock?
You could search your stock for climaxes.
Bag.
Huh.
Good bag.
Only the bag, though.
But so what type of climax split are you running? Like, why would I ever want to...
A bag.
Why would I even...
You have to run.
Why would I even want to split climaxes when I could just play the dope-ass Amelia finisher from the beginning?
Well, I'm not saying that this is better than the other deck. I don't think it is, but I think it's not a terrible option to play this list because I think the puck combo is really good, and this is not a great top end, but it's fine.
I like that ReZero got a summoner, and I don't care about any other text on the card. I don't think. I like the
summoner's not the burn 5.
If it just just reprint the Megamine.
Yeah, just reprint the Megamine.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to give this
I don't like it.
Failing grade.
It's not
okay, Andy. The summoner effect is good.
It is.
Even if there was no other text printed on the card, the summoner effect is good. That is very good. 2 Toothless Bodies for 2.
Yeah.
The 2 Toothless Bodies for 2 is good. Everything else on the card, I don't like.
I think it's just a trap to play. Like, you're not. The reason you can get people with stock swaps is because it's not telegraphed. This is like my entire top end is based around stock swapping you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only saving grace is that
you don't have to play the Climax, but like.
Well, I mean, I guess you could stock swap them twice, and if they have a big stock that pushes them towards a refresh, but your opponent can just like play lean with their stock and just deny you from doing anything.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to play the Climax to do the burn 5. You can just not play the Climax, but like still, then like what are you doing?
But then why? Yeah, then
why are you playing the combo?
Why am I not playing the other top end then?
Yeah,
because you want to play bags.
Bag.
I
guess if you want to play 8 bag, you have to play this.
If you want to play the puck level one, you're kind of pigeonholed into this, and like it's honestly not the worst thing. Like it sounds terrible, but it's not. It works. It's serviceable.
It just gets you there, just like Moke.
It gets you there.
It just works.
Just like Moke. All right, next card.
All right,
Brian.
Yeah, we've got the sad Amelia, level 0, 1500 power. When your character's trigger check reveals a Amelia Glittering Mining, which is a card we haven't seen yet, or your father Puck, the level 1 combo off the bag, you can return the top card of your stock to your hand. It's also
you guys aren't fucking kidding, Jesus Christ.
It's also a rest 1 brainstorm that it's a salvage. It's a rest 1 salvage brainstorm.
Yeah. Salvage brainstorm, if you trigger these cards, you just get them basically to your hand.
Oh, yeah, because you put it into stock for the trigger, and then they come to hand.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Combo's good. Level 0 Amelia is also a card you play in 8 bag.
You return the bag to your hand, right?
No.
No. If you trigger one of these two cards,
those cards go to stock, and you immediately add it to hand. You resolve the trigger first, and then this card activates.
When your trigger check reveals it.
Yeah, so
putting it into stock off the bag, you don't get it.
No. It only adds these cards, Andy. Okay, remember how the bar thing in Fate works? How you resolve the bar first? It's the same thing. You reveal this card, you put it into stock, then you resolve the effect, you put the top card of your stock to your hand, which is either of these cards.
You're right.
And it comes to hand.
Yeah. So if you trigger if you trigger it, it goes to your stock, then it goes to your hand. That's not what I was saying.
Yes.
I was saying like if you trigger a bag, you blind stock one of those, you don't get it.
No.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
Like
you have to specifically trigger this.
You have to specifically trigger it. Yeah.
One of those 2 cards. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the brainstorm you play for ReZero?
Yeah, this is the brainstorm you play.
In every deck, because it's salvage?
Pretty much. There were lists that were running the blue brainstorm from set 2.
The Celestial Spirit one? I don't know. Salvage is better for this deck.
So, I think
salvage good.
Move on to this.
B+ for extra synergy on a salvage brainstorm.
Yeah, B for brainstorm.
Pretty fucking good. Salvage brainstorms are the best. Search brainstorms. This post brought to you by Salvage Brainstorm Gang.
It's definitely like a push in the direction to run bag combo at level 1.
Yeah,
but even if you're not playing bag, I would still play this.
Yeah, I mean, you have. I don't think the other.
It just
options
becomes a vanilla salvage brainstorm.
You could run the Betty. The Betty's like more generically good.
Betty has revenge.
But she's off. But she's off trait.
It's not off trait.
Well, not off trait. Off color. Off color and off name. Yeah.
And off name. Yeah.
So you can't search your brainstorm with any of your other effects, which is probably important. So you run this.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's fair.
All right. Next card. This is me. When this is placed from hand to stage, put the top 2 cards of your library in the waiting room. If there's at least 1 Climax card among them, you may ditch a card from your hand. If you do, choose a character in the waiting room and return it to your hand. So objectively worse than the Betty. Then when it's placed from hand to stage, you may ditch a card, and if you do, choose the event and add it to your hand. So it bonds to this event.
The Betty's just broken, alright? Come on.
Yeah, the Betty is broken.
It's like the normal profile for this card.
Which Betty are we talking about?
The one that's just when you hit a climax, you salvage.
Yeah, door.
It's like a level 0 that just
Yeah,
strictly
door
pluses.
crossing,
if
I
you
think
know
it's called in
climax.
English.
When you play this mill 2, if there's a climax,
Yeah,
It's
this is
it's
the
like
review
the 1-0
card.
from review.
Yeah, it's like the 1-0 from review, Andy. Same card.
yeah. What's the glittering stone do? Is it cigarettes?
No, it lets you search your stock and grab a bag climax out of it.
What?
Glittering bag. Glittering bag.
What's the problem?
Nothing. It's weird.
It's how you loot bags.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I mean when you when you twin drive with your puck combo and you bury your bag.
Yeah, you don't have to like dig through your stock to like get that bag out. You just grab it.
That's actually
You just
really
like
nice.
shuffle your stock. Like you never have to worry
you
about
shuffle
like,
your you shuffle your stock afterwards.
like even if you're just running bar, you could even run that. Just like check.
Well, it
Only grabs bag.
It only grabs bag.
I mean, I guess it does have synergy with bar too. So if you're playing like bag bar or something, run it.
I like that it's a ditch bonder. I hate that it has force mill too. So C, straight in the middle.
C+ for spicy event synergy.
The event's fine. The force mill 2 is kind of yikes. But if you're playing bags, you play this card.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're playing this if you're not playing the event. But the fact that you can just like get a hand filter to get one of those bars or whatever else out of your hand just seems like gravy to me.
That's fine for the just strictly for the 8-bag deck.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. Bag bars sounding pretty decent.
What with the other top end?
Yeah, like bag level 1 into good Amelia bar finisher.
The only problem is that the puck combo gets worse when you're not running 8 bags.
Yeah, the puck combo does get a lot worse.
Salvage on.
And it only does it on that lane. So, like, you want to maximize the amount of times you trigger bag.
Maybe we just Konosuba this shit. Maybe we just like 5 bag 3 bar, 6 bag 2 bar,
7 bag.
7. Oh, even better. 7 bag 1 bar. Bar, you'll get it into your hand. You just
nice
get
climax
it.
split when you don't have pants or climax.
The bars always come. So
the bar will show up, dude. Trust.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, next card.
All right, got this lewd Amelia. It's a ditch CX salvage. It's a good card.
Nice.
It is an important card to exist in a deck that might want to run 8 bars. So
ditch out, selective out of waiting room. Good art.
Playable to me, yeah.
B for bar. Ditch.
Only, I mean.
Oh yeah, and 8 bar. This is much more relevant too.
This isn't like that amazing of a card, guys. It's just a CX to salvage, but like
no, but the fact that
it's in a deck with bar,
yeah.
Okay.
B for bar ditch.
B for bar ditch.
Well, Andy deliberates.
Oh shit! I had to like find some paper. I had to write that one down so I don't forget. 7 bag 1 bar.
Oh, no.
I think there's something there actually.
Yeah.
If
you just keep attacking,
or
you'll find the bar.
Yeah, you'll find the bar eventually. Trust.
I'm at the point where I try to include like one of these in my deck usually because fuck having climaxes in my hand. There's so many of them.
I always feel like when I put cards like this in my deck when I'm not running bar, like I only auto include these kinds of cards when I run bar. I'm literally just being too snake bitten, and I need to play the list more to see if it's actually doing anything, or if I'm just like a shitter that's drawing too many climaxes and I'm failing player skill checks. But when I play bar, I always put one in, so it's important that they have one with some lewd art. So
she's naked.
Mm-hmm.
She's really confused too.
She's also like an elf or something. She's got to be legal.
Half elf.
She's got to be old or something, right?
Well, she's half elf, so I think she ages
Monster Girl
normally.
reviewers, right?
Damn.
Their whole arc about elves.
Monster Girl reviewers.
Yeah, Ishizoku reviewers.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I've never seen the show. I'm not a degenerate, but apparently that's what I've heard.
Oh my god.
That's what people
Don't
say
even lie.
who've watched it.
All right, no one waste their time. 2K back up. Only if you have Amelias or pucks. If you have a character, which means that like if you don't want to run the Reinhardt counter, This is like a weird
Yeah,
color
literally,
fix.
literally, the only reason to run this just because you're playing the green deck. I don't
Mhm.
know why that's. I don't know why they put in another 2K counter. To be honest, I
Yeah,
guess
why not?
I
it has to be
mean,
on there.
they just wanted to make it
2K
so you
and
can play
green.
mono green.
Yeah, it is on
Yeah.
name if you have to field it for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess.
All right, we can just skip. So Ollie had the last one, so this is Tyler.
Okay. 2/1 puck. If you're level 2 or higher, this gains the following ability: pay 1, send Amelia alone, and this to memory. Choose adjust Amelia in your waiting room. Place it where in the slot that this was in. And during your opponent's turn, when this becomes reversed, you may pay the cost, which is ditch 1. If so, rest this. And at the start of your encore step, put this in waiting room.
So this
Yeah,
card
boy,
could
we
attack.
did the dread operation.
This card could attack, and then
Yeah,
the
you can-
following turn you could ditch a card even if it died.
Yeah, so if you end up at 2-0 because you're playing stock healers, this is still a profitable attack. So
Yeah.
you can play this, and this is still like pretty big. This is gonna be 9K when it swings.
Mm-hmm.
It's like can still usually find a lane, and then
If you're trying
on
to
the
like
back-
double back row or some shit to Mondo memory.
yeah, it does come up because like if you're 2-0,
Yeah.
the healers aren't like valued play, so you can just kind of stand back a turn with this.
This is like
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. If you don't merge right away, or if you could just
You can wait till next.
Yeah,
turn
you
to
could just
merge
wait.
them.
do it next turn.
This is the worst part of the train, but card's
it's-
fine.
It seems all right. Yeah.
I'm just
My
gonna
dad-
give it
my
the
dad
flat
can
B.
beat up your dad.
I like the implications of the second effect. I think that's neat.
Yeah, if you're like short on stock, you chump with this for a turn.
Yeah. So it pays for itself.
Pays for itself. Get an extra 2 stock from the other 2 attacks, then you can change next turn.
Yeah. Seems
Assuming
good.
you don't just eat shit.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Next card.
Good enough.
Back to Andy.
Oh, we have cheeky puck. Alright, cheeky puck. If the mark runner has, I guess, 2,500 power. When you play this, draw a card, discard a card, choose one of your opponent's characters, bounce it to hand. Yawn. This is placed from the stage. You can choose an Amelia Pure and Innocent or Amelia Girl Trapped in the Ice in your waiting room. It's a marker. This actually markers the Amelia runner.
Yeah, markers the
Yes.
set 2 Amelia runner.
Okay, well that card's already super fucking good. So
Yeah, or the
Yeah,
Amagi,
it's,
right? The
it's
Amagi.
So
It's
what's that actually make this? That makes it
11K.
11K.
11K draw ditch bounce.
Yeah.
Pretty good card.
It's
Play
an
that if you
important
need the
card
bounce.
to have access to if you want to
It's like a good
bounce.
one of or
Yep.
something.
14K with that hexproof level assist. So
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's cross turn power. So your bouncer isn't like a shit body cross turn.
yeah, that's
That's
Yeah.
like
I love
fine.
cross turn.
I really do value the ability for your set to like tech bouncers. More
Mhm.
important locally. We've had this argument recently. One of our players, Brandon, playing Negselwall, and he's always very rudely like awakened every time someone he runs into a bouncer because it's like Negselwalls are like the easiest thing to tech against, where it's like someone's playing a Negselwall. Well, guess I throw a bouncer in my deck and I don't have to deal with this matchup anymore. Like, God forbid they can come down early. This one only comes down at level 3, but still an important option to have available to you.
Yeah, I know I said on the last card, but I meant it for this card when I said like my dad can beat up your dad.
Mhm.
Card. Fucking huge.
It is Daddy Puck.
He is
big.
he is swole.
He's
Swole and
He's
smug.
a father. All right, next. Is this me? We back around?
I think that's me.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, we've got this level 0 Daddy Puck. When he is placed on the stage from your hand, choose one of your opponent's front row characters. That character gets minus 500 power for the turn. When this card is placed from your hand to the stage, you can pay 2. If you do, search your deck for an Amelia or a Puck, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck.
Gross.
not amazing.
It doesn't seem great, yeah.
Literally just worse than Puck, Ricky. That can search anything, Amelia or Puck.
Minus 500 power may start to get relevant soon.
It depends if Adventure Time has more than just that Wildberry Princess. Because right now that's the only card. But in the future, maybe.
So like, we were saying that with Overlord, right? With the Shelter Brainstormer.
Yeah.
Right? But like, that's a card you already want to be running 3 or 4 of. It's like, are you teching this as a 1-up to deal with their stupid Princess Bubblegum?
Yeah.
Wildberry Princess, sir.
As a 1-up, I don't like if you're playing it like. For those,
please know the lore.
If you're playing for those applications, you probably wouldn't want. You would probably want to run more than one of this anyways.
Yeah, and this like clogs.
And I don't think this is really worth slots. Pay 2 on play is terrible.
Yeah, pay 2 on play not good. Big suck.
Yeah, not great.
Okay.
D for dad.
D for daddy.
Daddy Puck.
Another Daddy Puck. Frontal 500 assist. If you have a card in memory, it gains act. Pay 2, rest this, salvage a character. At the beginning of your main phase, you may choose one of your cards in your stock and look at it. This is a card if you're a goldfish and you can't remember what cards are in your stock.
I love that.
This is a goldfish card, or it's a blind stock card. This is a card so you can look to see all the cards that your bag's blind stock.
I think actually that though.
Mm-hmm.
Like unironically too, the fact that it idiot proofs your deck, you can always just check something.
Oh, I was joking. I think that effect's worthless. Just remember your cards.
The second effect is pretty good with bag, since it basically turns.
Yeah.
And every bag trigger pays for that effect.
I guess that's true. If you trigger bag,
the third effect is pretty meme. Yeah.
And even if you. Not everyone's Carmen. Not everyone has a photographic fucking memory.
I don't. Like, I'm the dumbest person alive.
You can only keep track of so much at one time while thinking about complicated game action.
No, dude.
Like,
okay, look, I'm retarded. Your card
sideways,
and I'm so dumb, and I can remember to do it. Anyone can do it.
It's just like one less thing like you have to like consciously think about. Like it frees up your mental capacity. Think about other things. Turning cards sideways and clock drawing and important stuff, fundamentals.
I just want to turn my waifu sideways, dude.
This is a card. This is a card for goldfish.
I think it's like unironically
It's fine.
Card.
It's fine. Yeah, it's a totally fine card.
Mm-hmm.
I do like what Ollie said, that triggering one bag means this is like a 1 attack turns into a salvage, which is a notable.
It turns your bags into doors.
Yeah. Aw, geez, Carmen. I can't wait to stock swap you. I can't wait for you to stock swap me, and then I just have 4 of these.
You get stock swapped, you look at all your whole
stock.
Let's see how badly I got.
Hey man, if I don't stock swap someone for guaranteed amount of things, I assume every card is clean. That's why I don't do it. Unless you know. Always know.
You don't know until you know, Carmen.
Nope, you never know. Yeah. Okay, I gotta take a leak.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll be right back. No. This is where we pause, and then I count back in. Yeah, that goes for the rest of you, too. If you guys ever need to do anything or anything like that at the end of a card, you just say, hey, we gotta take a break.
Yo, it's time.
50 cards in a row. Like, come on.
Dude! Oh my god, I thought about this earlier. My degenerate mind thought about it earlier, but I didn't say it. So, you know how we were talking about the Bia foot card earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, me and Matt were talking about this last night when we left too, because we were talking to the Outer Towners about the foot card, and then me and Mamross are saying,
yeah,
Mamross is fucking telling me, he's like,
yeah,
he's like, imagine that with a piss fetish though. And I'm like, yeah, you just wait till there's piss on a card. It'll be worth so much money. And when fucking Carmen was like trying to like block out Amelia's thigh, he made like a red circle or a yellow circle. I'm just thinking this is the first piss card. Oh my god.
Yikes.
Oh man, I wish Mamross was here to see that.
Yeah, we need to get Mamross in on this set review. That's what we need.
Dude, is Mamross actually gonna be on the fucking video with when he's the match commentary video of him playing Dean.
Oh, he should be.
That sounds like good content right there. Shut up and take
He'd
my
like
stab.
fucking oh my god, it would be Carmen would be so goddamn angry. I just want to have like Carmen and Mamross as like co-commentators with that. That'd be so goddamn funny. Carmen would be like talking about the game, and then Mamross would like play a character, and he'd start going into their fucking backstory and like the lore from the game.
Wait, I can definitely see that.
No, Matt would do so well.
The scene where they find the egg in the garden, and they
No, so like people don't realize this about Weiss. This was like a big complaint with WSI. People were complaining. It's just like, oh my god, the commentary sucks. There's so much dead space. Weiss is a game where there is so much just like dead space where you gotta say bullshit constantly. Matt would be so good at that. He just talks forever.
He does.
You kind of just like co-commentate with him.
And then,
you just like let him go, and then like when something important happens, you interrupt him.
Yeah.
and then you'll tell Matt, hey, we gotta focus on the game. And he'll be like, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, this game slaps, dog.
Matt is that a Mattism?
Yeah.
Is that what
I feel
everyone
that.
says that?
I feel that, dog. All right, I'll count us in. We can move on. 3, 2. All right, next card.
All right, this is mine, I believe. We got this Amelia, Global 500 for Magic Weapon. Rest to look at the top card of your deck.
Blame.
It's not that good, especially. I mean, I guess if you you can confirm if you your trigger for the brainstorm. See if you get it. I guess.
This is like,
wow.
This card sucks.
This is like F+. Like it's business.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is bad, dude.
No.
Yes.
Looking at the top card of your deck is like.
Okay, Andy.
Whatever.
If this said repeatable scry or repeatable surveil, I would agree with what you're about to say because I know what's running through your head.
I don't even know what I'm about to say.
But the fact that you can't move it means that this is a worthless effect. This card does nothing. This is a card that says you play this and tap it, and it did nothing.
It's a lot of incremental value here and there, and it's
I heard that before he said it.
That's an Andyism right there.
I heard it before he said it. Okay, that would be true if this was like the Iraha.
You know I was gonna say it before I even said it.
A card
came up with that.
A card that actually has incremental value for being on the board for every turn it is the Iraha Brainstorm from our last set review, where every turn it's on the board at the beginning of your main phase. You can look at the top card and leave it there, put it in your waiting room. That's a card that has incremental value for being on the board. This card, you play it, you tap it, and it did nothing. It changed nothing about the game. You influenced nothing. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't because you can't move it.
It might affect your decision making maybe 1 in every like 20 games.
Actually, that's like so untrue, dude.
No.
It's so untrue. As someone who plays with scryers and like top checkers.
No. You can't no game your life. You can't no game no life your way out of this one, son. This is a bad card.
Oh, I wasn't actually going to reference No Game No Life. I was going to reference Revue Starlight, my boy Giraffe. Right?
Okay, that deck has a bazillion ways to move the top card. And they get to do that. They get to do that every time they play a card. They don't get to do it just once. This is just once, tap it.
Looking at the top card of your deck at like any point, the fact that you can like time this whenever you want is like pretty interesting to me. Like a lot of those effects, like the Brainstormer and Madoka, right? It's always at the beginning of your turn. Or there's like the one Brainstormer and Revue Starlight, the beginning of your attack step. The fact that you can
Revue Starlight gets to look at the top card of their deck constantly because it's on play of any card. They get to look at the top.
Oh, I was talking about a different card, not Giraffe.
Yeah, you were talking about Juno Brainstorm. I get it.
I was talking about Juno Brainstorm, yeah.
However, those effects are free. This card has to sit in your back row and it has to tap. All those effects that you just referenced were free. The reason that this card doesn't do anything is because you have to tap it. You pay a cost.
But isn't that fine though? It's just sitting in your back row giving global
Why would
power.
it? No, because 500 global isn't good enough.
Think about all the cards we've looked at so far. All the back row card, like back row, there are so many good back row cards in this set. Between like the Takitsubo, the Field Encore, the Ram Bomb, like back row slots are really premium for this set.
Yeah, your back row is hell. Your back row is like super clouded.
This is like not going to do anything most games. You'll like rest it. Maybe you'll see a climax and you might decide to brainstorm, but like that's just not good enough, I don't think.
Not.
No, you're probably right.
I could sit here and
I was just appalled when you put it an F on it.
Oh, because I think this whole look at the top card of your deck where you can't move it and it's not free is absolutely not worth playing, and it's yet another trap / snake bit effect where like
it's really not though.
No. You just attack.
So say you have a card like the one that mills 2 earlier, like a force mill, right? And you're like, damn, I hate that force mill. Whatever, you're playing the card, you have to do the force mill.
Why do I play bad cards to play more bad cards?
Okay, you hypothetical good card that makes you mill, okay? And you're deciding like, do I want to like?
I just wouldn't play that card. It makes it bad.
The first time.
No, I get what you're saying.
The first time you rest this card, look at the top card of your deck, and make a different decision than you would have initially made. Blessed.
Sure, or I could just make the decision based on the unbelievably large amount of other decision points, and with that far more larger amount of information that I can use to make the correct play based on my opponent's board, my available attackers, the power of my cards, the number of cards that are in my stock, the number of cards that are in my deck, the amount of climaxes that are in my grave, the amount of climaxes that are left in my deck, the cards in my actual hand, what I'm sculpting for, what I want to do. These are all far more important decision points than the random card on the top of my deck that I cannot interact with other than looking at it.
What's that one saying, like, you don't know, like, you have to walk 1,000 miles in someone's shoes. Wasn't that Gandhi who said that or something?
What?
Like,
Can you answer my, like, point instead of platituding me?
No. I won't answer your point, and I'm going to give you my counterpoint. You gotta fucking,
Well, yeah, why would you answer my point that undermined your point when you could just...
You gotta, like, walk a mile in my shoes, dude, right? Like, you gotta, like...
I just think of the Vanessa Carlton song.
Like, Carmen, you're just too spoiled. You only play good sets. You need to, like...
What are you talking about?
Damn you, Carmen, for playing good
You need to sit down and, like, play No Game
I
No
have played
Starlight.
No!
You
can't make me play that set again.
Get down in the dirt. Get down in the dirt.
For Diamond.
Yeah, you know what you need to do, Carmen? You need to play a set like KOF.
No, please no. Dean left Dodai at my house, and he said I'm not allowed to send it back until I win with it.
You don't know how good you have it, dude. Till you
I'm sure.
A mile in my shoes.
Okay, so a card game's different because it's not like life where there are extraneous factors where people can't change things and like can't influence things. I can just choose to not put these cards in my deck. I can just choose to not play them.
Yeah, but then the analogy doesn't work.
I don't want to have a philosophy. Yeah, you're right. The analogy doesn't work. All right, that was fun. Let's move on.
All right, I think we need to move on.
Whose turn is it? I forgot.
I think it's Tyler.
I think it's Tyler. Yeah, I read the other one.
Okay, 2500 power, level 0 Amelia. When this is played from hand to stage, you may pay the cost, which is pay 1, ditch 1. If so, search your deck for 1 character with magic or weapon.
They got one. This is the first drop search. The first drop search in ReZero.
Well,
S plus. Who cares? That only searched memories. No. This searches magic weapon.
It's a common too. Jesus, this is Konosuba. You'd be paying like $20 for this.
I mean,
remember,
really important for ReZero.
Profile. I just want people to know that.
Drop search.
Yeah, and this is a double rare and Guilty Crown. I just want to make that known.
Or
this is a rare in Sao.
Shout out to
2500 drop search.
Yeah, vanilla drop search went from a double rare to a rare to a TD to a common.
Dude, you gotta walk 1,000 miles in Roxas's shoes. That's like 2,000 miles in my shoes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
One day she'll come back to locals. Guilty Crown in hand.
Guilty Crown expert.
It's worth playing. Selection.
She has the good sleeves.
ReZero always has issue with it.
Inori Best.
Has always had issues before. I mean, you play like a 1-of if you need it.
It's funny that like ReZero had Search Ricky, but they didn't have Drop Search.
Yeah, what a world.
Yeah, it's so fucking funny. But yeah, they got one. Important.
Sick.
Yep, moving on.
Here's
Back to Andy.
dad. He's
He's
putting
back.
on his tie, going to work. Flying his tie or something. Character opposite this cannot move. Dad is trapping you. Basement. In your climax phase, your opponent can mill the top two. Your opponent can put the top two cards of their stock in the waiting room. If they do, this card can't front attack.
Yeah, it's the
beginning of your climax that your opponent may put the top two cards of their stock.
Your opponent can pay 2 and anti-damage this.
Yeah, pay 2 to money counter
He
the
can't even
win.
front attack at level 0. That's like useless.
Oh, he can't front.
Okay, yeah. So
you can side, I guess. Yeah.
Card's great.
So this is a
Side.
pretty good anti-runner profile. That at level 0, this is like not a real detriment like 90% of the time, but
Yeah.
like
It's a detriment when you're like on your second level 3 turn and you like survived and you're at 3/6. This is the only card you draw. You slam it down.
Really
your
bad.
opponent's at 3/6, and they have only level 3s out.
Talk about your goddamn ReZero.
Yeah, so like unironically, like sometimes this can actually come up if like you're hurting for like
Yeah. It's
that turn.
we're just discussing the fail case.
The same thing
Yeah,
I am, right?
it's like
you're like damn Yoshiko in Love Live Sunshine.
Yeah, actually, though.
yeah, like I would gladly pay 2
Like better.
to damage my opponent.
Yeah, I think this is. I
At the
think
end
this is
of the
perfectly
game.
fine. I mean, you just after level 0, you just
Fail
level
case.
and forget about it. Ideally.
Fail case too spooky for me. I'd just rather play Amelia.
I mean, I'm
If
realizing.
your opponent's dumb enough to pay 2 socks so that you can side attack them, that's like
No.
It's
We're
not
talking about
dumb when they
endgame. We're talking
survive.
about endgame. Talking about endgame when this
Oh
is
my
your only
God.
jumper.
they're all going to be in your level.
It's spooky. It's spooky, dude.
It is potentially spooky.
Okay, look. Are we the only people that call it Amelia? Is it just us? Has no one else said that before? Is that a Pittsburgh thing?
Oh, yeah, she is in this.
I think I started saying that. Yeah.
Armelia? Yeah, it was Brian. Brian said it first. Like, that's Armelia.
Armelia?
Yeah, because it's Armin. It's Armin
Yeah,
Runner.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was like, that's Armelia. And I was like,
It's the first time I ever heard that.
well, that's
yeah,
what it's
I'd
called
rather-
now. Armelia forever.
I'd rather play
gotcha.
Girl Armin than
Girl Armin. Yeah.
Cuter Armin.
Albino
Cute
armor.
Armin,
All right.
Furry Armin.
Brian, this is your card. We're really starting to burn out here.
We're in the commons now. Level 0 4K. If you do not have another character with Amelia or Puck in name, this does not stand during your stand phase. Another card that does that. Okay. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if there are 5 or more climaxes in your opponent's waiting room, rest this.
Yikes.
It's the Han Solo detriment, but like not as bad.
This is like, is this the worst combination of effects to give you a 4K possible?
Oh,
These
I don't
are-
know about that.
These are both
Pretty
pretty
bad.
bad. These are both pretty bad. Like, it can't stand back up unless you slam 2 cards down, which is already, that's really bad for like a turn 0 card, because you don't want to expend cards that you don't want to play.
Yeah, the whole point of a 4K is that you
And you
run
can't
low on
chump with
level
it
zeros,
later.
Oh yeah.
And you play this thing that's
Yes,
not
you're
going
on
to
a-
Yeah,
you're
it's
on
like,
the
it's
line,
an
yeah.
F plus just because it is a 4K, but like, what the fuck?
If your opponent sucks and opens 5 climaxes, this is automatically a bad card.
Damn,
Yeah.
you're right.
It
Yeah.
scales with how bad your opponent is at the game.
If you ever queue into Dean, this card will never work.
Yep. Yeah.
But like a little bit of like honest assessment here, like
Yeah, this is
last
bad.
card.
Yeah, this
you
is
have
bad.
you have
Yeah.
Amelia Runner. There's like no reason to play this.
Yeah. If you want to play an oversized, you have an oversized that also has evasion. No reason. Alright. Next. 1-0. During battles involving this, no player may play backups from hand. Crazy. Pay 1, send this to memory. When this card is front attacked, you may pay cost. If so, choose one Call My Name Puck in your hand, place it in the slot this was in as the defending character. And then you can rest one of your magic or weapon characters to give this card 1,000 power. What?
It's
Amelia calling for daddy.
This card's
Literally.
fucking weird.
this card's bad.
Yeah, there's like no reason to run this.
Yeah, I would just hard play the 2-1. You can't.
Especially
well,
since
okay. You can't merge until you're
you can't
level
merge
2.
until 2.
Yeah, you can't memory merge till 2, so this card's useless. Yeah.
So yeah, pulling it out early means nothing.
Oh, is that like a condition? Like you have to be level 2?
Yeah, you have to be
Card
level
says
2
you
to
have to be
memory
level
merge.
2.
Yeah. Like this is actually an F. Yeah, I don't think this is playable. This is pretty fucking bad.
It's memory though. Can't be
Oh
that
no,
bad.
you can't back up against my 3K. Well,
Let's swing at 5.
That is like a
really.
completely useless amount of text. All right, next.
All right,
You,
we got
Ollie.
this Puck. If you don't know the character Amelia, this gets 3k power. Alarm. If this is on top of your clock and start climax phase, choose a character as it gains the following ability. When the battle list becomes reversed, you put the top card of your opponent's clock into the waiting room. If so, put that character to your opponent's clock.
That ability sucks as an alarm effect.
It is a 106k.
That effect really does need to be repeatable for it to like get value all game.
Yeah,
it's playable against like certain like on reverse effects like actually if you do this, if you do this against like the Berry Princess, does it still get to search?
No,
because sending to memory is part of the cost.
Yeah, Brian got it. Yeah, with cards where sending the memory is part of the cost and not part of the effect.
So I think this could be playable in the right meta.
I think we're in that meta, dude.
I don't know. JP is not English.
Be a shame if your Shizu didn't go to memory.
Well, you could also just play a stock bomb into that.
Yeah, you have to clock your 106k at when you need it at level 1.
Let me clock this playable real quick to turn off one of my opponent's 3 Shizus because every single slime player I sit across from, these fucking bastards, they go, okay, they've got one turn between 0 and 1, and they triple fucking Shizu me every fucking time.
Turns off big Shizu, they can't encore if you send them to claw.
That's true, yeah. No, I think... No, you're right. This part of the card... Can you see me highlighting? Can you see it?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, this part of the effect is broken, like in that kind of meta, right? This kind of effect, when you can do it every turn and just say, yeah, you're literally never getting your encore, you're never getting your on reverse effects that have to deal with memory. That effect's great. This part is bad. This part is bad. Look, I'll highlight it. Hold on.
Agreed, yeah.
Yeah, like this part. Where's the highlight at? This part is bad. This part is good. There we go. That will hurt your eyes. You're welcome.
The green really hurts my eyes.
Jesus Christ.
Like, yeah, 106k is like, they're just not good enough anymore. Like, I don't feel like I could find a deck spot for this.
I think there could be a place for this card, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're so hard up for this effect, maybe I'll give it the D+. But like, alarm for this is pretty bad because you can't consistently threaten it every turn. Right. Your opponent won't be scared off of playing their hand on core stuff, playing their memory cards, all that shit. It has to be repeatable.
Because like, you'd have to run enough of like a critical mass of this to be able to like do it when you need to. You'd need to run like 4 of this to like have it in your hand to clock when necessary, and then you'd have to be playing 4 of this card.
Meanwhile, like
that just sucks.
The decks that run this, like what is it? Da Capo runs this, and Sal 10th has it. The green one, right? Tyler, I think, right? That card, the Leafa back row, like Leafa and Yuna,
and Sal 10th,
yeah. It's like picks everything.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that card's dope because you just tap it and you get it every turn.
Yeah,
and it's also an
broken.
act.
I love it.
Yeah, that card's really good. That's probably going to be the play when they ban the Pants Assist.
I'm pretty sure Alarm is
never
like
even played the Pants
useless
Assist.
effect.
Pants Assist is so broken.
Pants Assist is really good.
Alarm is like the most useless mechanic in this game.
Guess what's more useful than Alarm? Shift.
Oh,
Shift is broken. Okay, the only good alarm effect I feel like they've ever printed is the 3/2 Ron in Afterglow that just gives you Ricky. Oh, the Hamari alarm. Yeah, only Bang Dream has good alarms.
Like the mechanic is inherently
AAO? AAO? Okay, we'll be here 3 hours if we talk about AAO.
We don't need to start that again.
Okay.
That was a great conversation.
I think this is Tyler, right?
I think
yeah.
so.
Yes,
yeah,
I did the
yeah.
alarm.
Okay. Recollection on your turn. If you have a card in memory, this gains 2,500 power in the following ability when this attacks. If the character across from this is level 2, for the turn, this gains 6k and Clock Encore.
Well,
Wow,
no,
is
the
this a
clock
lit-
encore is always there. This is the error, but it has a memory condition.
Wow, is this a 106k?
It is a 106k that hates on tutus. This is a 2/2 hate card.
106k that goes up to 12k when you attack a level 2 with Clock Encore? Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, this
Especially
is
going into like a
it's
Day
very-
Alive meta or something.
It's very niche though, yeah.
Yeah,
like-
it's very
that,
fine.
like, most 2/2s have some sort of encore, so like.
Well, and guess what doesn't? As someone who's played Psychon and went to Dal, I can tell you this profile is really fucking important. This might be an important tech card for ReZero in English.
Well, we don't have Psychono in English.
Oh, well,
We
hold
don't,
on.
but we have
Why?
this
Wait.
Why would it be?
against Dal because the Toka doesn't have hand encore, and the Toka only gets to. So if you play this with a Climax at your level 1 turn, if your Dal player has like given up an attack to put a 2/2 in front row, or they've sacked super hard to put a Toka in front row, the most the Toka can get to, if they don't also have the 1/0 on the back row, which is kind of rough for them to get both on their first level 1 turn, the biggest they can get to is 12/5 with a 2k counter. So if this card swings in at 12 and you play a Climax for 13, this kills 2/2 Toka outright on the turn they play it. If you're level 1 second against Data
I don't
Live.
think you could like just play more anti-change counters or
Well, no, because this is at level 1. I'm talking about level 1. This is for playing against level 2s at level 1. This card's
Like,
really important.
Yeah.
Stand on
Yeah.
target.
The error is a little better because it goes to 12/5 on its own, swings in at 6/5 instead of 6k. This has like a weird memory condition, but this card also has Clock Encore. So if your opponent does something dumb where like they put out another 2/2, I think you'd happily clock yourself to kill their 2/2 again. I think this card actually might be pretty important as a 1-of if Data Live is unrestricted in English. This effect, like I've played with this effect a lot, the error. It's almost the same profile. This card's really fucking important in heavy standby metas. God forbid Dal because Toka doesn't have hand encore. This card's
Clock Encore is like kind of old school, but like the floor of the card is a 106k with Clock Encore, and it's just a 1-of. Like,
Yeah,
that's
you run
actually
this as
fine
a-
enough floor maybe.
because you get to keep it around if they put the 2/2 back. Like if they put another 2/2 in the front row, you kill it again. Like it's a pretty
I mean, like,
no-brainer.
regardless of standby, like regardless of the level 2 effect, like
Yeah. It's like
6k Clock
fine.
Encore.
It's
It
fine
doesn't
even
sit
in
at
your bad
6K on your
matchups.
turn.
No.
On their turn,
It's
sits
a
at 3K,
striker. It's a striker. But it kills 2/2s. And that is probably going to be important. It's still a niche card, but
but you talked me into it.
it's I like how the effects play together in like an unrestricted Data Live meta. This card's a pretty cool tech card. All right, next.
Cool. Let's talk about this next card. It's Amelia. She's in a cave. If you have 6 or more cards in your stock, this card gets 3,000 power. Hand Encore. I hate it. Good bag synergy, but like,
Lame.
cares?
Yeah, 107k with bag.
Yeah,
I
not
guess
good.
is maybe interesting, but yeah.
That's like a 107k used to be primo, dude.
It's really boring.
It's boring. I don't think it's that bad. It's just
I
bagel.
mean, I'm not gonna. I won't play it, so I'm giving it the F.
I guess that's true. I wouldn't
Yeah,
play it
I
either.
would never play this card.
No, it's 106k hand encore is like just not that great. We're in a point where just being a big beater and not doing anything else is just not good enough.
Yep.
Agreed. Yeah.
All right, Ryan.
All right, we have this 1/0 5,000 power Amelia with an effect that activates up to once per turn. When you use an act ability, this gains when this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you can blind stock the top card of your deck.
We like stalkers.
Yeah.
Do you really need it with this deck though?
If you're playing bag, no. If you're playing bar, like book bar,
playing
maybe.
bar, there's a
Oh yeah, that's right.
an argument to include this.
But I think the Stalkuta is probably better because it's instant. And you want to use that stock in your main phase instantly, whereas this is on your following turn. However, this is fine. I think
You can blind stock your bag, so you can use the event and grab the bag back.
that's big brain.
That is big brain. You always hit a bag, so you'll know you have one in there.
I don't like that you probably aren't running like a vanilla 2K counter.
Well, there is one.
I feel like you're probably not running it.
You're
like,
not.
When your level 2 counters are so good in ReZero, you're probably not running level 1 counters, which is when you can like actually get someone with this card.
Well, Andy, you're probably thinking it from the Kontai point of view, where the Maya that has the same effect gets a lot of value on your opponent's turn because of all the act synergy. But like I'm coming at it from the other angle where I've played a lot of these cards where they only get value on your turn by like things you tap down, and I'm thinking you have Akitsubo, you have that card, the fucking what is it? You know what counts for this? The fucking the card that sacks itself and you ditch a card to salvage. That's an act effect. Yeah. Like and that's a startup.
And like the one that lets you look at the top card of your deck.
Oh my god! I knew you were gonna say it. I knew someone was gonna say it. But like, these aren't that bad even when they only kick on your turn. I don't think this deck runs it because I think the Stalkuta is better because you want the main phase. You want the main phase stock so that you can like actively use it to like do your memory shit. But I think this is fine. I'm with Brian. I think it's like a C.
It seems fine.
Yeah, C's fine.
I mean, you can definitely...
They don't all have to be like... all I'm getting at, Andy, is like they don't all have to be like cross-turn monsters like Maya or whatever. Like yeah, I mean, they're good enough.
Yeah, you can definitely try to catch somebody with a 2K counter with this, but I definitely see it being used more with like in conjunction with a brainstorm or with a Takitsubo, just sniping a weak lane.
You can probably always find a weak. A lot of times find a weak lane to snipe with this, but like I feel a part where it's like it's really deadly is when you run over something with this, get a stock, and then they try to kill you, and you back up over them, get a stock, and then run something over, get a stock.
When they're when they're in decks that can support them, I do think this is like a really bad condition for this card to have this effect. Can you imagine if this is like if you had 2 or more memory, like other editions of this card, Ollie? Like
stock charger?
Yeah, this card would be dumb. In the deck, you wouldn't have to run the Stalkuta. You'd just run 2 of this, and you'd be fine.
Yeah, you literally just play this.
Yeah, but because it's an act, and this deck like struggles to like do something meaningful with act or like Windbird on its opponent's turn, like Andy just said, like it becomes a lot worse if it had a different condition. Because a lot of these are just like if you have a certain card in memory, if you fulfill some other sort of condition, you get the effect. But this one just has the worst one for this deck, unfortunately. They were too scared. Oh well.
Yeah.
Next card.
Whose turn is it? Is it mine?
It's Carmen's, I think.
Carmen. Oh shit! It's Daddy Puck again. 1/1. If you have 2 or more other magic or weapon characters gains 2,000 power and it has hand on core, cool standby target for a deck that doesn't have standby. Can't wait for ReZero Season 2 where they put standby and ReZero and they break the entire set.
Reinhardt.
Standby Reinhardt. Dude, Reinhardt existing makes it so they can never print standby.
Yeah, they will never.
In this set. Like, Jesus. Can you imagine? I'm only putting F because you can't play this card because standby doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's basically unplayable.
But like, it's so unfortunate. ReZero just can't have standby. What if they printed a standby that just said you can't target Reinhardt? Or they eroded Reinhardt to have...
this cannot be targeted.
This cannot be summoned from the waiting room. Damn. Like they just can't. They can't print... Or what if they do?
It's not possible, yeah.
If they do, it'd be so busted.
It's already broken in standard, so like...
Yeah, it is broken in standard. Alright. Next.
Now it's
you, Ollie.
2/1 Amelia, pouting a little bit. If you have another Puck thinking of Amelia, this gets hand on core. If you have 3 or more memory, let's get to 4K and 1 soul.
2195. Soul.
Yeah, with
whatever.
hand on 4. Yeah, it's
It's a 2 soul beater. I guess that's like kind of cool, but
What's the puck thinking of Amelia?
he's our
it
next card
also
here.
it also gets big if she's out, and that does something else.
Oh, adorable.
I mean, I think 2195s are like with 2 soul are good.
9.5's not big enough usually.
I mean,
just play your
it's 1
merge.
stock though, and has 2 soul.
Just play your merge, make it big.
That is true. It becomes
Stock
11.5.
efficient. You could still play 2 1s that get big. They still get there.
I mean, playing a 2-1 that gets big is fine, but like 9.5's just too small, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
But it
I
has
think
2
this
soul.
whole package is like a D plus.
Oh, that's a 1 stock, 2 soul beater.
It's a little sketchy. Yeah.
I don't know what the puck does, but I think like this card on its own is like fine.
Not sold.
Don't like it.
D plus is good enough for me.
Yep. All right. Next one. Tyler.
Puck. During a turn, if you have the other Amelia, gains 4K.
Puck.
This is placed on stage or hand. If so, choose an Amelia we just saw in your waiting room, place on the stage. And if it attacks level 3 or higher, it gets 6K.
Wait.
That face.
Okay, so
it's
this
it's a 15-5?
Big tiger.
15.5 against level 3 as long as the 2 1s on the board.
Big
Chungus. This is the real Big Chungus.
This is Big Chungus. Big good Chungus.
They like switched art styles here. This is like
No, this is Angry Puck. You've never seen this. Don't you remember Puck from the one episode of ReZero?
Yeah, he turns to the size of a house. I know. Yeah, whatever. But like, the art style's different. Look at his face. This looks like a character from fucking Ice Age.
Spoilers.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's Sid the Sloth.
Look how
Ice
happy
Age. My favorite
He's so
movie.
happy to protect his daughter.
Daddy.
Daddy Puck.
All right, this card sucks. You can't even play it as a level 3 killer because it only goes to 11.5.
Oh yeah, without the Amelia.
Oh shit! It's an event, and I get to read it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boy.
Hooray! If you don't have a character with Amelia, you cannot play this from your hand. You'll be arrested. Choose 1 card of the following effects. Perform it. Mill 3 or put 3 cards from the top of your stock in your waiting room. If you do choose one of your opponent's front row level 3 or lower, put on the bottom of the deck. For the turn, all your opponent's characters get minus 500 sent it to memory.
It's bad.
Well,
What?
hold up.
But memory compression.
Hold up.
Huh.
Pay 3 bottom deck.
The
Something.
bottom deck. Yeah, pay 3 ditch
Anything.
one. 'Cause you're ditching
No,
the-
but
We already have the bouncer.
Yeah.
Just pay 2.
For
You
the
also
turn,
can't grab this.
the minus 500 hits back row. Does that kill like certain Stormers
Not
or-
really. Most
No.
brainstorms are sitting at 1500
It
minimum.
fucks
Yeah,
Milky Holmes. Milky
Jesus
Holmes
Christ,
can't play the
Ray.
game. Milky Holmes Ellie dies. Kills Herc. F plus kills Herc.
This only goes to memory if you do the second effect, by
Yes.
the way.
Can you imagine you sit down as Milky Holmes against someone playing Green ReZero, and like your board is super set with your fucking Ellies, and you got your shit in the background, they fucking slam you with this shit.
They play this.
And your Herc dies, and you're like, I can't play the game anymore!
I mean, if I saw Carmen walk in and pull out Milky Holmes, I'd tech one of those.
I would pay 3 as many times as I was physically capable of doing.
And that's a lot in Milky Holmes.
That is a lot, yeah. Alright. That's funny, though. This is a spooky looking card.
Yeah, it's
Blue
really
booger.
spooky. He
All right,
gets
Brian.
killed by the crystals.
Oh, is this me?
Yep.
All right, we've got the beg event. 1-0 event. If you do not have a character with Amelia in name, you cannot play this card. Rest one of
What
your
a
standing
condition.
show it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and shuffle your stock.
Come on, Luke. Don't you mean pool?
Oh no! Stop. You get to shuffle your stock. That's pretty lit.
With a bag icon.
This card is pretty lit. I would give this a lit.
Yeah.
I would give this a lit plus. Like, this is really cool.
Yeah,
it's got a bonder.
I can get behind like plus.
Yeah, the level 0 Amelia grabs this.
I don't know how good this is, Ollie. Have you played this deck? Like, how good is this, really?
Yeah, I played 8 bags. It's not terrible. It's actually like fine because this lets you loop your combo, and like if you like bury bags, you don't have to dig to like get them out. You just grab them with this event.
Okay.
So like it doesn't really hurt your stock compression that much.
It's just like pay 1, you get it. Like, sure.
Yeah. It's like pay 1, grab the bag out of your stock.
Okay,
basically.
yeah, it's like a
kind of
C+,
consider this event like a 1/1 in that sense. Kind of like a 1/1.
Yeah, it's like a 1/1.
Yeah, it sounds like a meme, but it actually like functions decently well.
Yeah, I think if you're playing 8 bag, seems good. Seems fine.
You can grab the other bag too.
You can grab any bag.
Any bag. You can grab any bag. Any bag that your heart desires.
All right. Is that all we got?
That's it for green.
I guess we talked about this mostly at the end. What do you mean that's it for green? We're doing everything.
Move on to red in the next video.
Oh my god, no red in the next video. And for that, Ryan, I'm stealing your character. Okay, so we got this 1/0 Ram. You have 2 or more other characters with Rem or Ram in name. This gains 1,000 power. Climax combo when the battle opponent of this becomes reversed. If Natsuki Subaru Decoy Operation, which is the same door as the level 3 Ram from ReZero Set 1, is in your Climax zone, put up to 1 card from the top of your library in your stock. Choose up to 1 Ram Pink-Haired Maid, which is the 3/2 finisher in your waiting room. Turn it to your hand.
It's actually pretty dope.
Ollie will sell you his SP, by the way.
I'll buy it.
Hell yeah.
So, okay, so funny thing about case distributions for this set, if you're someone who's buying a case or you know someone who's opening a case, because it's an extra booster, you're guaranteed 1 of each SP. So, Ollie will have this card, so you can buy it, Brian.
Hooray.
Yeah, card's fine if you're playing, it gives you like another level 1 combo to play maids.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's a double combo.
It's a double combo. Like it's an actual like if you wanted to play normal ReZero, like old school ReZero, like you can actually run a finisher combo. And then
it frees up a Climax slot.
Dude, you know what you could run? Dude, check it out. You could run like this as your level 1 combo. You could run the level 3, like this and the level 3 as your 1 combo, and then run the yellow stock soul big
the felt
felt. Yeah.
You could run empty bag.
Gate felt.
Gate.
Like run this combo at 1 into felt into ram again. Ram felt.
You could. I don't think it would be any. You could, but then you'd also be playing blue. I don't know. Blue, yellow.
Red, yellow, green.
Wow, imagine playing blue in ReZero.
The gears are turning in Andy's head now.
This is fantastic. I don't need to buy $40 Amelias. I can just buy this.
Megu Puke.
I think there's a deck there. I think there's like...
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
I like that they're giving old support to like new support to like an old sort of...
Yeah. 1 of 2 cards that will support the old deck.
Alright, we moving on. Alright, we have all these shitty army cards. I'm going to do these rapid fire fashion. Because they all suck. If you're level 2 or higher, this gains the following ability. Act. Place this in the waiting room. Choose 1 Chap Avenger, which is this 2/2. From your hand, place it in the slot this one. So you play the 2/2 for free. And then it's a Brainstorm. Pay 1, rest 2 of your characters. Flip over 4 cards. For each Climax card you revealed, choose 1 Blackwater, which is this 1/0.
2.
Fucking whatever. 2 of them and add them to your hand. For every Climax you plus
it's
2.
It's the Titan Brainstorm.
It is Titan Brainstorm, yeah. But it can change into your fucking 2/2.
D+ because like fucking army cards suck.
D for Chad.
It's also a rest 2 Brainstorm.
This guy is weird looking.
I don't even want to fucking rate this. I don't even know. Like, what do the rest of them do?
I mean, let's go through them. Let's go look at them all. Whatever.
What trait is he?
I don't actually. I think they're like off trait. I don't think they're magic or weapon.
On. Ram is weapon, right?
Ram is magic.
He's weapon trait.
He's weapon.
Oh, he's weapon trait.
He's weapon trait.
Well, I guess it's technically splashable.
Hmm.
All right.
Let's just look at the rest of them. I'll just read them. All right. You got this 3/2, whatever the fuck this is. Puck's scared.
It's a horse.
Fire horse, yeah.
Fire horse.
Yeah.
It looks. Oh, it is. It is a horse. I couldn't tell what it looked like before. Okay. You may have up to 7 cards sharing the same name as this in your deck. Weird.
It's because he makes 7 copies of himself.
For each other of this in your level zone, gains 2,000 power. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could put 3 in level zone, still have 4 of them.
When this attacks, if the world-ending blaze burning up is in your climax zone, deal 1, and until the next end of your opponent's turn, this gains 1,000 power, and when your battle opponent becomes reversed, you top deck that character. So if your opponent crashes, top deck. And when this gets reversed, it goes to memory.
S+ for the shonen-ass sounding climax name.
That's, yeah.
World-ending blaze burning up.
Nah, I mean, it's like a
Let's
shitty
just look at everything real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the whatever, the Blackwater. You may have as many copies with this card, whatever. You can run as many as you want. You have the level 3 in your level zone, it gets 1,500 power for each one, so it gets bigger. Normal army card bullshit. Resonance. At the beginning of your climax phase, you can reveal one copy of this bullshit in your hand, and if you do, when the battle opponent becomes reversed, you put that on top of your opponent's library.
Nah.
Not good.
You're not even really. Are we?
They don't even get big enough. Like when you hit like the respective levels.
No, they really don't.
Do we have enough to go back and you to rate Andy, or do we?
No, I got to see the whole thing before I rate it, dude.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
2-1. If there are 2 or more Blackwater in your waiting room, this gets -1 level of hand, so you can play at level 1. This is the same art, by the way, but like flipped and zoomed in. I just want you to here. Look, I can remake this card real quick. Hold on. Rotate or wait, hold on. Tools,
yeah.
Format options, size and rotation. You can flip it. There we go.
There it is.
See?
It actually.
It literally is the same fucking look, dude. It's the same. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. If there are 2 or more on your waiting rooms, -1 level in your hand, all your other red characters gain 1,000 power. Recollection, if you're level 3 or higher, and this card is in your memory, so on the turn after the 3/2 dies.
If there's 2 or more Blackwaters in your waiting room, this gets -1 level.
Yes.
Right. So that's basically free.
This
Basically
gains act, pay 1, choose wait. So if this is on the field, you can swap it with the card in your level.
Yeah, if you have
summon
if you're level 3
in your memory.
So it's just
it's flavor.
Okay, so that's why it looked like this, because it's literally just an extra copy of this card.
Yeah.
Alright, 2/2.
God.
All of your opponent's characters with Amelia name gain which? That's flavor.
Great.
If there is a marker under this gains 2,000 power and Encore. Experience for every level 3 in your levels gains 1,500 power. Was this placed from a hand or waiting room to the stage, you may choose a chap in your waiting room and put it face down into this as a marker.
We love chap.
All these cards suck.
Wait,
yeah.
227k and
Yeah, that gets 1,500 free copy of the level 3 in your level.
It gets to 11.5 if you're at level 3, I believe.
Wow. Cool.
All these cards suck.
Yeah, they're not good.
Suck.
That's it?
That's
it.
Yep,
That's all
that's
the
the red package.
Suck.
Not very good.
Suck.
The best one was Ram, and Ram's not even that
Well,
good.
I'm
too.
sure that if you really want to play Weiss, and this guy is your waifu, this horse. If this horse is your waifu,
No, chap waifu.
you can build. Well, you can't even build this as just your own deck. You'd have to play blank climaxes because
That's
he
true.
only has one climax.
Yeah.
Can you run 8 of the Climax?
No.
No.
Oh, shit.
The game rules say you can't.
Now it's time to make a separate video for our blue card.
One blue card.
See you guys in blue.
All right. Well, this card is kind of whatever, but I'm sure the SP will be expensive.
This is a double rare. It's the only blue card. It's a double rare.
Who wants to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
The start of your Climax phase, you may look at the top card of your library. Cool. It's a search brainstorm.
Hey, it's June.
This is June.
But literally, like, it literally just like whether you want to play a search or salvage brainstorm.
That's a fine brainstorm.
Yeah, beat the brainstorm.
Yeah, both cards.
Search brainstorm suck. This post brought to you by Salvage Brainstorm Gang. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, both
brainstorms.
Both brainstorms have like bad first effects, so it's just if you want to play search or salvage.
Yeah,
that's what. Well, the old one bonds to the bomb, dude. That's broke. Well, no, dude, cool. Betty, dude. Okay, Betty.
This is an SP.
The Betty brainstorm. Betty also has an SP. The Betty brainstorm is actually dope because you play clean cut in like old builds. Like the Betty brainstorm is actually super fucking relevant. I'll stick to that till the day I die. I think that interaction alone makes playing the Betty worth playing over the other one in like normal ReZero.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what I said before. You know,
Rem is a cuter girl.
Quote my guy Gandhi. You gotta walk a mile in a stage girl's shoes to appreciate the card.
Oh my god.
Incremental value.
Wanting to sell this.
This one actually does have incremental value because you get it for free.
Yeah, now you're getting it.
There you go.
Took step 1, 999 more.
Oh my god, 999 something minutes. Okay, this is a promo. I hope we get this card in English at some point.
I forgot about this card.
This card's actually pretty important, especially when you're playing bars. It's a good consistency card. It's a good one of. This is a Climax swap. It's just a 105k Climax swap. It's the only Climax swap that exists in ReZero. You can run it in any deck. However, it is green and it is a level 1.
Yo. 7 bags. 7 bags coming together, dude.
It is.
I like Climax swap.
No, Climax swap's super important.
It is,
especially if you're playing
promo.
The book combo.
I hope we get it. I really hope we get it. I hope this is the shop promo for like after the set comes out.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because I think it is a cool tool to have. It's an important tool. The set to have. I think I'm on that. Yeah, it's like B+. Good card.
You think they'll give us promos for the extra booster when Madoka comes out the same month?
This was a box topper. Was this not a box topper?
No, it's not a box topper. This is if it's PO1, it's a shop promo.
Oh, unlucky. Yeah, good card.
7 bag. All right, next, the last one. This card has Twin Drive. This is another promo, and it is a Clock Bomb.
Cost 0.
Card's good.
That's not bad either, yeah.
Good card.
Good card.
Also,
that's a Shizu killer.
Yep.
Card slaps.
Look at that pouting face.
Look at that.
That's adorable.
Right here. Right there. I can't draw a line. I'm really bad at this. Shapes. Circle. Right there. Look at that. Got a nut in her mouth like a squirrel.
That's kind of lewd.
Yikes.
It didn't come out very well.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Ollie. Alright, so that's all the cards. This took about as long as I expected. It was about 2.5 hours.
Is that every card in the set?
But I also dropped out a bazillion times, so it's probably more like 2 hours. That is every card in the extra booster. Like we just talked about beforehand, between me, Andy, and Brian, like we were going through it, and there's like not a lot of chaff in it because it's an extra booster. There's only like 3 or 4 cards that are like completely unplayable garbage, aside from the red cards. You can take every red card that you open and just tear it in half.
We love Ram.
Unless it's the Ram. The Ram's the only playable red card. There's 1 blue card in the whole set. Very funny.
And it's a double rare.
It is a double rare.
Yep. Yeah. Can't wait to sell the SP.
The Brainstorm. You can sell it to Brian.
I will not buy that.
Oh, it's Ram, not Ram. Yeah, so I guess you buy these old cards and you buy the Puck Ricky from set 2. That's it. I'm pretty sure I have those. I played Amelia Waifu, so I assume I have them.
You need what? You need
foils.
Amelia. You need Amelia.
Puck Rickies. The Armelia's a maybe.
What is the Puck Ricky?
It's just a Ricky for Amelia.
No, Ricky's for Celestial Spirit, so it also grabs
Celestial
Puck.
Spirit, so it grabs Puck.
And it has an alarm to pump Celestial Spirit 2k power.
Is that card like a rare or like a?
It's a rare.
I believe it's a rare. Yes.
The Puck Ricky is a rare.
It grabs any Celestial Spirit too.
Yeah.
Card's probably gonna shoot up in price.
Nope, I bought foils of it recently.
Oh, I should go. What's he called?
I don't know.
You can tell me after the video.
All right, but yeah, I think that's it. Does anybody else have any other thoughts about Green Zero? Set looks good.
Nope.
Looks pretty solid, yeah.
Gonna be
Yeah,
good.
that's a very solid set.
Green Zero's dope. I hate that I'm gonna have to spend more goddamn money now.
Can't wait to buy it just for the RAM so that I can play not green.
The deck plays defensive just like old ReZero, but is more just has more tools.
It has some more consistency tools.
Brian, you want to buy do you want to buy the Rams out of my playset?
No, I'll buy my own playset.
No, just buy my Rams.
I don't want your Rams. I want my Rams.
Damn. Use
I'll sell them to
SBTCG Yavi to buy your playset at 8% off.
I don't know how to spell that.
JABI. Got him. All right, I think that's it. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Nope, not really.
Nope.
All right. Well, Ollie, thanks for being on. We always love to have you, both on our set reviews and in person. Pittsburgh. Do you have a good time in Pittsburgh again?
I did. I'm back home already, and I already want to take another vacation.
Hell yeah. Welcome anytime. All right. Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz signing off. We'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.